It's your boy D Friend.
What's good? What's good? It's your boy B Neil.
Back in the building for another episode of Absolutely Unsure Podcast here every Wednesday. So make sure you subscribe to the Absolutely Sure Podcast channel. Also, I will be, I know I say this every week, but officially, I will be uploading them back to the podcast audio app, SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes. So make sure y'all go and listen to it over there as well. So, um, last week we didn't really cover any topics, so we might have some rollover topics from last week. We did the top 50 list. Just to recap that, Bryce, how did you feel the top 50, conversation list? How do you feel like that went?
I mean, on our behalf, I feel like it was cool. I feel like Wardu went with his own hard headed self and pretty much went with like what's the typical like mainstream, like I guess you say
The
ratings
hip
of
hop
people.
narrative.
Yeah, like I don't really think he went too much off his personal opinion. I don't
Mm-hmm.
think it was bad though, but I think it was cool. It was fun. I mean, me
Yeah.
personally, after really thinking about the list, I was like, yeah, Snoop Dogg should have been on my list. 50 could have been even lower on my list. Like I haven't listened to some shit in so long. And then like what Trail said, talking about when the last time Kanye dropped a hit, is like some people music lasts 10 to test of time, and maybe they ain't dropped some shit they ain't fuck with in a long time. I'm still listening to it. Versus another dude like DMX or something like they're obviously a fucking goat. But I never really listened to a full project. So it's like when it
I
boils
think
down to my top
we gotta stop
50,
throwing that goat. Maybe he's just a legend.
I'm just when I
He's a
say goat,
legend.
I'm just talking about I'm just giving him just high praise. Only reason I say goat just like off the like strength of like he had his own lane. So
Yeah.
for what he was, people loved him, and he's his own product in a sense. And it was hard to. So I don't think nobody really recreated that DMX vibe, even still to this
Um.
day like that.
Yeah. No. People was trying to say, and that may, like I said, maybe it's a death thing, but maybe they were trying to say that Pop Smoke was trying to recreate like a 50 Cent type of vibe, but like a new age New York type of thing. But that's how it goes. So yeah, it was
DMX
fun.
a little deeper though. Yeah,
You know,
DMX dark. Like he was on that dark shit, real raw dark shit. Pause.
Drake just mentioned the album coming soon on stage. First night could have dropped tonight. That shit dropping next Friday, this Friday. I mean, we know that. We know they've been talking about it for a week. There's leaks coming out. It's like a surprise that Drake's about to drop an album. He said he about to drop an album.
I believe it when I see it, man. Drake, we be knowing Drake that I'm about to drop an album and that bitch get pushed back for a year. So trust me,
Nah,
I
because he drop
I've
albums
been a
every year
fan
though.
for you.
Pretty much, he been dropping album every year for the past like 5 years in a row. He dropped the album.
Yeah, but CLB like that bitch came like 8 months later than it was
He
supposed to
pushed it
come.
back. Yeah, okay, yeah, he pushed it back like that type shit, like months and months and months. Yeah, you got that. He
Like
did
he
do that
pushed
for
that
sure.
bitch back. It was supposed to come for like a certain month, then that whole ended up coming the next summer.
It was supposed
Like
to come like May, and then it was supposed to come in July. And then it's like, all right, Kanye's doing his bullshit, so I will keep pushing it back and back and back. So, no, I feel you. I feel you. So, I guess I don't know if you haven't had any good things for the past 3 weeks. We could skip the good things if you want to hop into the topics, hop into the conversations that we got here for today. Unless you have good thing, I don't know.
I mean, hey, I'm dropping. Check out the channel Ember Gamer and Reactions. We getting active with the live content and the just the regular upload videos, man. So we back at it. Reactions.
Y'all
Is
go over there, make sure y'all subscribe, make sure y'all tune in. But okay, what do you want to have first? There's a lot of controversial topics. There's the Sneako thing that we talked about. There's Adam 22 ship. There's the top 50 most streamed albums. There's a top it's a bunch of music conversations, a bunch of real life conversations. I'm gonna let you guide this shit. Where do you want to go first?
Man, it is some very interesting conversations today. I think we should go with probably just the most like it'll be the funniest and outrageous conversation probably today. It is the Adam 22 conversation. Oh man, I don't think I think everybody at this point have heard about Adam 22
Yeah,
basically being a cook and a willing cook at that. And some men,
yeah,
like they just kind of don't know about it, but he was willing. And the thing about it for me is like I knew that it was a whole promo and all that about the sex tape and stuff like that, but I didn't know he recorded it. I didn't know he was filming during the actual scene.
no, he wasn't there.
That's what the dude said.
That was fake. That wasn't about him. That was about somebody else.
Oh, okay.
That wasn't about Adam. They just made it look like it was about him. That video, that wasn't about Adam. That was
Okay, so look,
they made it look like that was him.
That'd have been sick, regardless. That'd have been sick. But I ain't gonna lie, just thinking about like, cause like you gotta think what a porno people do, bro. They get they get money shots to be as PC as possible, like all type of stuff. Like
he has stipulations though. He said no money shots, none of that. And there was two other things I don't remember. I don't remember if he said sucking it was off the limits. I don't know. Because all this week I've been talking about, I'm like, damn, you're gonna let your wife get smashed. That's crazy. But I didn't even think like your wife gonna put a meat in her mouth. Like that's like your wife getting smashed, that's bad. But like a meat in the mouth, like he pull it out, whop on the head with it. Like that's next. I don't know, that shit next level. Like there's no amount of feminism or progressiveness or anything that can melt in the mouth. I don't even care that they do porn. Like that doesn't even matter to me. It's just like that's your wife. And it's like you waited till you got married to do it. And then people have been pulling clips from this last year of him saying, no, I would never do that. I'm not gonna do that. Why would I do that? I have money. You know what I'm saying? I'm a millionaire. Why would I do that? And then like a year later, he does it. I feel like she put that pressure on him. She's like, babe, my career, if you let me smash other guys, I'll make so much more money. So much more money if you especially let me have sex with a black man, a big black man from Blacks. I make so much money.
At your expense. I'll make so much money at your expense. Because that's the only reason people care. I mean, I was just saying that would be the only reason people care. Because if she was just on regular bust down, she could be married or not. Like it's the fact that it's Adam 22.
Yeah.
that's
the only reason it's being talked about like this. Because like, and then even the only reason I keep talking about is because he keep trying to cope. He keep trying to be like, well, she let me smash all these girls. So that's not how it works. It don't work like that. We've been saying this from till the time. I don't know if that's the right saying. Till for the end of time. Men are doing the smashing. Girls are getting smashed. It's like it's a totally different dynamic. Totally different. And I even took it further today with the kids. If you in school, right, you could get made fun of. Like we see your mama naked, she's smashing your daddy. Like people make fun of you. Like it's another level when it's like, look at your mama getting smashed by somebody else while she was married to your daddy. And he even said yesterday on his show, he said, I don't know if you've seen this, but I put in a group message. He said, definitely the next scene is going to be me and another guy and her. He don't running a train on his wife for money. That's a nigga you can't trust. I ain't going to lie to you. You can't trust a nigga like that. When money is everything to you, like you can like money. There's nothing wrong with liking money. But when money is everything to you, you cannot trust nobody like that.
Bro, I'm speechless.
You cannot trust nobody like that. If money will make you do that, you went from last year saying, I'll never let my wife have sex with nobody, to, oh, she can have sex with this guy, to next is going to be me and another guy. Me in the back, him in the front. Because man.
Adam 22 said that, or the porno dude said that?
Adam 22 said that. He said, we're going to be double teaming my wife. That's crazy.
It just shows the level. It just shows the mental level, because it's no way you're a public figure and you'll let something like this like be out there. And then not only that, the type of public figure you're in hip hop. Like if you was in some corporate shit, they might talk behind your back. Like if you was in like some sports and shit, they may trade you to another team. Like the shit with Swaggy P and D-Lo. You get traded to the nigga.
Zion, they about to ship Zion out of there.
Yeah. Zion.
Like, he doesn't care. Like he's already white, but he's like embrace the white boy persona.
This could ruin you, bro.
I do my white shit. Y'all do this shit. Like, hey, that's what y'all do.
Yeah, but that shit don't work. Like Adam 22 credibility, like him being a porn star, like that shit was already weird to me. But like I wouldn't even call him a porn star, but being a porn person, like it was already weird to me. But when you start to get this amount of like degraded, bro, in hip hop, like you got to have a little respect. You gotta have a little respect. And when you start to show like this, like bro, that mean like you gotta think, bro, like when them pimps and shit come on his show, he try to say some shit, they gonna say something back to him. Like anybody could use this against you, and what you gonna do? Be in your bubble? And like this hip hop, bro, like you beefing with somebody because that's gonna happen. It's hip hop. Like, bro, that's a nasty.
He not gonna care because, like you said, it's white boy shit. Like it's gonna run. Like
I don't buy that.
He can do it, right? Everybody else can't. Like academics can't do this. Joe Budden can't do this. I think he can get away with it.
He may think he can get away.
You just pump it up so much. You just we're white people. We do porn. We're not really in this. We're not doing this, and you'll be good. People are clowning you forever, like you said. And I'm looking at his Twitter right now. Oh no, he didn't delete it. Did you see his tweet? He said, "It's officially been a week since I let my wife do a porn with another guy.
Yeah, I seen that.
I felt a little jealous at first, but overall, it wasn't that big of a deal. She watched me sleep with hundreds of girls. It never affected our relationship. Sleeping with that gentleman has been amazing for both her career and our business. Overall, I'm glad we did it, and I'm happy to report her vagina has returned to its original pre-BBC size." Like, that's cringe as fuck. Like I said,
yeah,
that's his life, but that's crazy.
What I think it is that like you're a public person, you're famous, and the fact that like this wasn't like say this happened and like no one really heard about it, just got washed under the rug. Like people gonna like talk about this, people gonna post this shit, people gonna like nigga don't beef with act. Like it's gonna be well known. Like this can like be the slippery slope of I really believe of his career. I'm being honest. Cause even like mentally, bro, like he not thinking about this whole doing numbers. Like
this is gonna be crazy.
This may last. Like
she about to make a shit ton of money. It's gonna be posted all over social media. Twitter's like porn land, so they're gonna be screen capping. This is my thing too. It's like people who are signed up to pay. It's gonna be there for free, bro. It's gonna be like it's gonna just be one nigga's gonna share for the world. It's gonna be everywhere. It's gonna be everywhere. Every time he tweets something, they're gonna drop it under there. Every time, boom, boom, boom. And Wack 100 made a good point. Wack 100 was like, people are gonna look at because y'all do scenes together. They're gonna look at y'all scenes. They're gonna look at how she react with this guy as a man. You know what I'm saying? Like.
It be shit that deep, bro. It be you niggas do the red line test for pictures. She ain't had that moan. Like I don't remember.
I ain't seen her.
She wasn't biting the lip with you, nigga.
Yeah, she wasn't that happy. She wasn't that excited. She wasn't that overjoyed. She wasn't riding like that. She wasn't going crazy like that. Like it's levels to the shit. Man.
And me personally, like this when the red pill shit coming to it, nigga, the lack of respect that she has for you. When this divorce finally settles, that's gonna even be another one. It's just like, nigga, like what the fuck was wrong with you, bro? Like this was like I feel like a kind of embodiment of a whole different a whole bunch of different conversations that we had recently from like the what's the dude name? PJ Washington.
PJ Washington.
With
what are you reaching? You're reaching.
Or many other scenarios where we kind of just bring that up and talk about how like. You don't want this to get out. You don't want this shit to be public, bro. Like this really can affect you. And I feel like this is gonna be a prime example in public how living like because like I guess the thing is like the argument against is like we in a modern world, we in a new age. So people being sexual, people accepting someone that's an extra sexual person, that's fine. They found someone they love. Like, but I like this gonna be a prime example of us showing how traditions really work, bro. Like. This shit not gonna last, and I feel as a man, well, we know this nigga ain't no man. What are we talking about? Ain't no real man gonna go through that, but it's gonna be shown that shit don't work, bro. Like that let her be free, and you could just accept it. Nah, that shit don't work.
Because my thing is like, where's it stop? Where's it stop? Because like I said, the money he's blinded by the money now. He's probably seeing the influx of OnlyFans subscriptions. The influx of people buying pay-per-view, whatever. And he's like, okay, if that's just for this, like you said, what's next? Me, her, and somebody else. That's what's next. Boom, we elevate that. So you tell me, what's next after that? It got to be a gangbang, right? Like that's got to be the next thing. It'll be either she has sex with a dude, me and the guy have sex with her. maybe we do a couple swap with somebody on scene. And then next thing gotta be like a gangbang. She get hit by like 5 different dudes. They doing DPs, facials, all type of shit. Like that's you want to up, you want to keep going crazy, you want to make the most amount of money. That's the shit you got to do. It's like, are you willing to do that? And I think, like I said, when he see that money, I think he'll be willing to do it.
So you really think
I think he'll sell his wife up the river for some millions of dollars. He'll definitely do that. I think so.
You kind of feel like it's more him about the money, or I guess it's a two-way.
No,
street.
I think she wants to do it. She wants to do it too.
She kind of manipulated him to do it, and then once he see the money,
he's uncomfortable with it. But now he see the money, that uncomfortability, he could put that to the side. Because, like I said, white boy shit, they kind of let the emotions and all that shit kind of go to the side sometimes. When it comes to business shit like that, like fuck it, business is business, like Young Thug said, and that's what he on. So he like, if I can make an extra couple mil, like, because think about it, I don't think he like doing his rap shit no more. I don't think he really love it. He like, this is how I make my money. But I think if he like, nigga, we can probably come up like 20, 30 M's. We could be out the game. I can go and we was just in Europe for a month. I can go and chill. Cause they like, we see how much these OnlyFans people make. They got the possibility to probably make like 30 M's. They keep up like her having sex with other dudes. It could happen.
The thing about it for me is it's like it only works because he's being like embarrassed. So at what end do you stop like using your name as that? Like, you know what I mean? Like that embarrassment like thing, or that gimmick, like, or what's it called? Like self-deprecation almost to a degree. It's like that's the only reason it's working. That's the only reason on keep getting views is at your demise, that people laughing at you. So how long will you be really comfortable with doing that? Like, I don't think nobody like he could clearly be he clearly seems like a spiritless and soulless person, but at some point, even the most spiritless person has to break and have some type of boundary as far as people just like shitting on them and like basically saying you the scum of the earth and shit like that in my eyes. Like,
yeah, I mean, like I said, it only goes up from there. It only goes, like I said, it only goes to him and another dude. Then like it goes to maybe a couple swap. Then it goes to gangbang, and then I think that's the peak right there. Gangbang is like the peak of how you
and as a woman,
your family.
As a woman, like if she's like all down for that shit, she's not gonna want to stop. Like that boundary. If you said no money shots, that shit's about to be passed up. In the
and that's another money thing. Like, because he was saying too, is like you got to look at all things they're saying. They're saying the fans have been begging for it. What are the fans gonna beg for next? Nah, we want that nut on her face. That's like the next thing. Okay, now she got nut on her face. Now niggas want to see cream pies. So now it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like you now that nigga let nigga nut in your wife. Like that's what it get. That's the levels it goes for the money. So where do you stop? That's the question. Where do you stop?
You just say cream pies, nigga. Fuck.
Hey man, this is the life we living.
That's the life you chose, nigga. That's the life it is.
White people get away with so much shit. It's insane. Like just in general, like in terms of entertainment, like the Jackass has like a whole movie come out where they just do dumb shit and they be getting paid crazy. But niggas can't do that. Like it's just not the same.
What you mean? We got Gideon.
He's way more classy than that.
What?
Shit.
Like what? Yeah, we're not comparing Gideon to the Jackass. What the fuck?
Well, yeah, they wiping balls across people's face. They going crazy.
Didn't one of them niggas die or some shit? One of them niggas died, I think, recently.
I don't think he died from the thing, but he died. Yeah, a couple of them.
It was a damn
Margera. You got anything to add to the Attitude 2 conversation?
I think y'all need to mind y'all business, man. Adam getting his bag.
Boring. Anyways, boring take. I hate when niggas say that. No, fuck that. We're in the nigga business. He put it out there. We got commentary. Anyways,
all right, yeah. Adam, I don't know. Like, it's just, I don't know, bro. I don't know what to think. Like, it doesn't really surprise me because, like, the channel has been, since all them niggas left No Jumper, it's kind of been on a down trajectory. And the
so is that what you think changed? You think he's like, this could help her financially, but this also could help my YouTube channel because people are gonna want to come see what I think. Because you can rest assured, I don't know what date July 13th is exactly. Like I don't know what date that is, but if that's a Monday, this is strategically planned.
Why?
What date is that? Oh no, it's a Thursday. Okay, because I was gonna say if they put it out on a Monday, then they know, oh shit, Adam gonna drop his show on Tuesday. Everybody gonna want to see what he got to say about it. You know what I'm saying? But they drop it on a Thursday, so it's a little bit. It's a little. I mean, people still gonna tune in there next week though to see what he got to say about it. So it could also be something for to help him for the short term and the intermediate, as well as her and her OnlyFans and her whatever.
I think it's mostly for him. I don't think, ironic as that sounds, I think it's mostly just for him. It's either A, he just has a kink that he's trying to monetize off of, or B, he's just trying to do it for his plug talk shit, which is.
I think it goes both ways. I think it goes both ways. I think what you're saying is right. I think he's capitalizing. He's a manipulator. And I also think she's a slut, and she'll. I mean, if you give her the chance, she'll do anything. Like that's just the type of girl he dated and married. So I think it goes both ways. Like they clearly don't value what a marriage is. Like if we being for real, like who the fuck like sanctioned that marriage? Like what priest like signed that like the marriage certificate or whatever? Because that's fucking insane. But outside of that, I feel like neither one of them really give a fuck when I think about it. Like clearly he a bitch.
Damn.
Like being real, bro. Like you gotta be a certain type of bitch to let your woman fucking another dude and you know about it. Like that's like even women would call you a bitch ass. Like women call you like very weird and like bottom of the barrel if you knew your girl was fucking another dude and you was okay with it. They might even call you gay.
Yeah.
How far women to go with it. So
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. If you look at it, I don't know. This could be from different things, but I'm looking at the social blade right now. Last month they got 9 million views. This month they got 13 million views. Now I don't know if this debacle has created an additional 4 million views, but it's a possibility. He talked about it with Sneako. He talked about it with Crip Mac and Destiny. He talked about it on his show. So like the views are coming in. He probably make clips about the shit. So
how many views does he get per week?
Per week? Oh, I don't know how much. You don't got detail per week.
Because he just said like 9 million last month. I don't know where that's coming from.
He got 9 million last month in May, and then June this month. Well, it's July now, but June he got 13.2 million.
So he was averaging roughly around 2.5 million views per week. That don't sound right.
Why you say it?
You said he made 9 million had 9 million views last month, so that would be like roughly 2.5 views.
Damn, nigga, you clocking the nigga views?
Yeah, damn, I can't have 2.5 million views.
I mean, because I be checking it, like I be checking.
But you gotta think, you gotta think, because I seen him talking about this too. And this is going in like some media podcast shit. I seen him saying like he was talking shit about the back on Fig niggas. He was like, we're still getting these views, but be very clear, those views are still coming from old ass shit. Like niggas is still watching old ass XXXtentacion interviews. They're still watching old Juice WRLD interviews. They're still watching all that old shit. So it ain't like if you was just to be able to say, hey, I want to see from all the new videos you dropped this month, he would have to pull up his personal, you know, say, I don't know how you would do that, but those views ain't just from his new shit. That's from everything.
Yeah, it's
got
definitely
thousands of videos on his channel.
Hey man, that's why
he has 5,300 videos, so it's all from that shit. But regardless, that shit's it's crazy. It's crazy.
That's why
and I'm kind of glad you're here because
the Adam and Wack show was successful though. I fuck with it. Tough.
I think it'll probably run its course eventually. I'm hating.
You think so? I think it could work because they splitting everything 50-50 and it's like they're making 50-50 off of like the actual views that they get off of the pod. So
I mean, it can work. It can work just because of Wack. Because like I said, I never really looked at Adam as like I need to know what this nigga think about shit. That's never what I watched. Like I never.
But Wack by himself is entertaining enough to.
That's what I'm saying. It might work just because he's platformed with him and Wack will say some crazy shit and But it's just when you said Ack and Joe, it's like nigga, come on.
Why would you as Wack, how long would you really want to keep a dude like Adam 22 as your cause when his integrity?
Wack is cool with this shit. Wack is cool with that shit.
Wack is cool. You don't.
They know they on some business shit. Like it's some white boy shit. They know what's going on.
Yeah.
He told him.
He has his own shit too. So
yeah, he told him all that shit. Like, hey, you know they're gonna be watching you and your scenes. They're gonna be watching her and his scene. They're gonna be looking at y'all. And he was like, hey, you know that is what we already do porn. So what's the matter?
That nigga so lame, bro. What'd you about to say?
Oh,
for sure.
What you about to say, Wardle?
Oh no, I was just saying that the Adam and Wax show is like, bro, like I said, it's like the next. I'm not gonna lie. If Ack and Joe had a show, everyday struggle type shit, I mean, I think it would be just as good, just as popular. I mean, I would watch it.
Hell no.
I think that's a reach.
Wack
That's
ain't
a
got
stretch.
none of Joe.
I think
Like
if-
Wack
if-
isn't
if-
Wack
if Adam
isn't Joe, and
wasn't
Adam
awesome-
definitely ain't Ack. Like, come on.
If Adam wasn't on some cuck shit right now, I think people would be more open minded about it. But because he's so down bad right now, it's like no one's really like. It's not
Outside of
really-
that,
No, I know just from YouTube, I know it'll get views, but you're saying you're comparing it to everyday struggle. Like two
Okay,
people have
like it's
two people who have
okay,
personalities
it's
where
tears
both
to
those
it.
people
It's tears.
you want to
It's
know. There we go. Let's drop the
It's
tears down.
tears
Let's start
to it,
comparing
bro.
niggas. Okay, there we go. We see them teeth, nigga. We see them teeth. All right.
them niggas gonna be around Rory and
I ain't
Maul.
gonna
They ain't even
lie.
gonna be. They ain't gonna be with Gilly and Gallo. They gonna be down there.
Gilly and Gallo.
Gilly and
Gilly and
Gallo.
Wallow. I fucked that all up.
I ain't gonna lie, man. That shit. Hey, but shout out to Adam, bro. And Flacco's still doing this thing, holding it down.
Hey, do not shout out that nigga on our platform.
What you mean?
That's
You
a
don't fuck with
nasty
Flacco?
nigga. No,
talking
we talking
about
about
Adam.
Adam to it too. We don't shout out that nasty ass nigga on our
okay.
shit.
Well, hey, if he cuts me the check big enough, I'll join that.
Yeah,
bitch,
shout
so
him out on your shit.
I'm
Bryce said, "It's some Satan shit. We can't
Yeah,
fuck
we
with
not
it."
condoning that.
I talk that
Satan
nigga.
that
'Cause like,
shit.
like, at the end of the day, it is they shit. But like, I'd be like, "God, like, what's up, nigga? Like, what really?
You
Like,
said
give me
some
the real.
Satanist
Like,
shit?
what really changed? Like, you was just last year saying you wasn't gonna do it. Now you said fuck it. It's the
You said
money.
Adam
Money
was on
got
some
you drunk.
Satanist shit.
I mean, technically, yeah. I mean, that's
Like,
not. They're not doing some godly shit over there.
Well,
I
I'm
let
sure
you
he's
know that
not
goddamn
Christian or
much.
anything, but shit, I don't know about Satan and shit. I don't know.
I mean, well, you only can serve one God. If you ain't serving God, who you serving? Let's be real.
Hey man, there's base God, there's ugly God.
We know what base is in real life, so let's stop it.
Hey man, but shout out Flacco, man, he doing his thing out there. You know what I'm saying?
Why we giving shout outs? What are we doing?
Shout out Flacco, man. You feel me? He doing his thing. You know
All
what I'm
right,
saying?
my
Hey,
would do.
Okay.
before
okay.
I actually got to dip out real soon, but before I dip out, hey, y'all go. The fuck you mute me? Go stream Wordy's theme song. You feel me? Featuring Name and Rome out now on all platforms. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Shout out Bentley
I
Records.
know.
shout out
What
Luka
are you about?
James.
What are you about to run
Yeah.
off for? What are you about to run off and do?
I got some errands to run. You feel me? I'm finna be back. I'm finna be listening though.
Because we was about to get into that Sneako shit, and I needed you to to rep for your squad.
Y'all finna get into Sneako shit right now? Damn.
Yeah, about to need you to rep for your squad. I just wanted to get your opinion because you know sometimes the Nigerians they be on that anti-African American vibe, and I feel you was rolling with him heavy. He was like, he got a point.
Bro, there ain't nothing, bro. What did Sneako do though? Like, what's the problem?
Nothing, man.
What?
That's
Because
a-
I
that's a
seen
nice-
Bryce. I seen your video, bro. I seen your video. You know what I'm saying? You brought up an old ass clip from fucking when Sneako was like 18 years old to
But that was like last
year.
year.
You didn't do him any service.
That was
Okay, it
last year.
Okay, it was last year. Whatever. Okay, I was wrong. All right. Ha, Bryce, you got the W. Wow, I was wrong. But at the end of the day, that was probably you can't. So what are y'all thoughts on it though? Because again, y'all know I like most of Sneako's content. I don't agree with everything he says. Obviously, you know that video that Bryce had reacted to that it did look kind of crazy. It looked crazy. I'm not condoning that shit because he's definitely not condoning that. But at the end of the day, I don't agree with everything anyone says in this life, but at the end of the day, like you gotta like pick and choose.
He tap dance like a
You
mother.
gotta pick
boy.
and choose. You know what I'm saying? But
I can hear the motherfuckers feet clicking, boy.
yeah,
God
what are y'all
damn.
thoughts on it though? What are y'all thoughts on Sneako,
No,
man?
this is what I think. I think like I can't say for sure, right? Because he is from like Brooklyn, the Bronx, whatever. So I'm sure he'd be around black people, but like his outlook on black people just feel like whatever negative stereotype you may see in the media. And then also I couple that with he liked to surround himself with people like Zerka, people like Nick Fuentes. I feel like they've influenced him as well, how they feel about black people. When he says that like they're inherently violent, that's like a Nick Fuentes talking point. So it's like that's why I think he gets all that from.
Yeah, and I think a lot of streamers, even Aiden, has shown like those, like they'll be a little race baity with certain things that they do. Like obviously they toe the line, but I've seen white people say a few things as far as streamers and be careless with how they talk about black stuff. So even with like Twitch, you see Twitch, like Kai and a lot of these dudes, Bruce, like they always say, like the black people keep getting banned or the black people don't get as much marketing as some of these other people on Twitch. So with the streaming community in general, it's kind of like the anime community. Like black people kind of push to the outside, and if you know, you know. If you know, you know. So when Sneako kind of says stuff like that, I feel like it's in that same vein of coming from what we've been hearing. Like when you get on the game and when you play Call of Duty and you hear the same bullshit racism, or not even racism, just like ignorant, like whatever you want to call it.
Stereotypes, tropes, all that type of shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
Should I play what he said for people who ain't see what he said?
The hip hop conversation, the hip hop conversation was a good.
See it, bro. I want to get a live reaction to get y'all thoughts on this shit. I want to hear.
All right, let me see if I got it. Let's see if I got it saved. Man, I ain't gonna lie. While I'm looking for it real quick. Okay, I found it. I found it. All right, make sure you don't talk while I'm doing it, because it's gonna. Whatchamacallit? Let's see. Where's Twitter at?
Sneako.
When I said black culture promotes degeneracy, that's something that everybody knows. If you listen to any rap music, like Durk, I listen to Lil Durk all the time. He's rapping about murder all the time. He knows that will sell more music. He knows that rap beef and like, I'm going to kill you, you're going to kill me. But you're 29 with kids, still talking about like killing other people and you're going to risk your life over music. Like everything that hip hop promotes, besides Ye and besides a few like, Christian rap or stuff like that, it's all just drugs, murder, bitches. When a black person becomes more affluent, when they put on a suit, when they get a good job, when they speak correctly, you're speaking white. Why are you talking like a white boy? You're just speaking English properly. When they talk about keeping black culture black in those affluent areas, they mean they want a doctor who's also sagging. They want a doctor who's still banging and throwing up signs.
I agree that there's a lot of stuff within hip hop culture that is kind of negative, for sure.
All of it.
All of it. Like, you really put me on the spot here.
All right. So like the argument about hip hop culture, I'm not gonna down that ledge. Like there's a lot of negative shit in
all of hip hop. When you say all of hip hop though, is completely inaccurate.
Oh yeah, if you say all, of course, yeah. If you say all of anything, it's gonna be inaccurate. Now if you're gonna say,
but it's completely inaccurate because some of
the most glorified things in hip hop, but that's just a faction, because like I said in my video, if you really look at the most popular artist in the world or in rap, they ain't not really on that type of shit. You talking about like a J. Cole and like even just the two or the three of at least this era, they ain't even on no shit like that.
Nas, Tupac, Biggie, like they had elements of it, but it
wasn't no hardcore shit. I think when people see drill shit, they're like, oh, drill is like that's it. Like drill, yeah. Them drill, they go crazy.
Cool J, Ludacris, Nelly, T.I. for the most part. Like plenty 50 Cent, plenty of people that's from the hood, grew up out the mud.
He was going a little crazy.
What his hits?
No, his hits, no.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What his hits and shit? Like that's what I'm talking about. Like you got to go dig to 50 Cent crazy to get into all that. But even then, it's not the most. I mean, yeah, he was getting a little crazy. But
I think Steve was talking about like the majority of like hip hop that's being pushed the most. I don't think he literally meant every single rapper that's in hip hop.
He said all. So when you speak as an outside, you got to be careful how you speak.
He said all except for Kanye and Christian rappers.
Well, Kanye's not a Christian rapper, so that's a double X. So, yeah, I don't agree with Sneako on that. I'm not gonna lie, because
I think the real problem is equating hip hop to all black culture. I think that was the
that's the other nasty. That was the other nasty point that he led with.
I mean,
I think it's a big factor just because it's a media thing, right? But my point in now is like, okay, yeah, rap culture is big, but rap culture, y'all argue me all the time. Rap culture is more consumed by white people. So the question would be is, okay, why are these quote unquote white people not acting the way you think everybody else black people acting? Because it's different factors that lead to people acting the way they are.
I think you're conflating two different points. Like when you associate hip hop culture, you associate it with black people more so than white people. But the people that
but my point is,
I get what difference.
My point is, if it's the music that make these people act this way, then all these people be acting that way. But people like white people they're not even just white people. Like I listen to rap, Bryce listens to rap. Certain people get to go home and they live their life. They don't even the music doesn't define what they do or how they act or anything like that. But some people, yeah, they live in the hood. They cool. They down with the bang bang shoot 'em up shit. But that's not everybody. I don't think that's most people. That's my point. So like I said, the white people that listen to it, the Hispanics that listen to it, whatever. If it's the music, then all these people be doing the same exact shit. If it's really the music it makes people act this way, instead of all the underlying factors that we lay out all the time on the show: mass incarceration, drugs, redlining, unfair judicial system, giving mothers welfare to not have that, like a whole plethora of shit to why people are in the situation that they're in. Ain't just rap music, because niggas was doing that shit before rap music even became popular. Like the drug shit happened before rap, and you talk about gangster rap shit like 1986 with NWA shit like that. Like they was already in the crack era. They was already like selling dope and doing whatever. So it ain't the music, it's circumstances. The music is like
fact, when you make it
the music is like a reflection of it. But I wouldn't say the music is the only thing. Like, I'm not gonna dispute that there's a lot of bad shit in rap music. I'm not gonna dispute that. But to throw it on the whole, like look at all these fucking degenerate people, look because of this. Like I wouldn't say
that's just a completely ignorant statement. I mean, you killed it, but he even doubled down because it's like maybe you would be like, oh, he misspoke or he overspoke with saying like black culture and hip hop and kind of mixing them in between. But he go on to double down later on in that video and say how black people want their doctors and things like that. So that's actually talking about black culture again. It's like we want our doctors to sag, we want our doctors to wear grills and shit. Essentially, like that's going back into black culture, and that ain't really got too much to do with hip hop in a sense. So that's just wrong in a sense, like 100% wrong. Like we don't think like that. Like
it's like pretty much saying like y'all are so degenerate that y'all want y'all doctors to exhibit this type of, when I'm sure most black people, they saw a doctor and he came in sagging and throwing up gang signs, they'd be like, oh, I need a new doctor. They're not gonna be like, keeping it real, but they ain't gonna do that. So that just, like I said, that just goes further more to show you the level of intelligence, the decorum, and all the he thinks about black people. That's why I feel like that further proves how he feels about black people. I know Ward would probably cope. Well, actually, he really meant this, but that's what I think.
And you can't tell me what I would say. Trust me, I'm not disagreeing with anything that you're saying. But you're saying the obvious. Obviously, like the shit that he's saying is fucking like absolutely wrong, and it's basically stereotyping. You're stereotyping people based off of what you assume to be true. Like Sneako is
it's crazy though, because like you ain't never met multiple like different type of black people. It's like you only see the black people on the like hood type of black people on TV. Like, or is that the only people you can encounter in real life? Like, you never met like a suburban. You never met an anime black dude. Like, you ain't never seen RDC. You ain't never seen like every black person ain't just some hood like gangster. Like, that's just weird to me to even have like in this day and age to have that opinion when we go to school, public schools and shit like that. It kind of make it feel like you was raised with some biases, or you've been having some biases for a long time, bro. Because
isn't Sneako black? Like he's like half black or something like that.
Yeah, he got like 25%. He said he was 25% in the video I watched.
But that's what I'm saying. Even his thing of like, if you talk white or if you talk properly, people are gonna clown you. I've seen that happen. But it ain't like as serious as, it's not as serious as he's making it seem like. It's like every time. No, because like when I brought up, when we go to college, you go to the HBCUs, it could be 95 degrees. These niggas walking around in suits, and these be the dudes that the girls like. The dudes be like, hey, he doing something with his life. They in the fraternities. They do like, it's like I don't get that. Like it's like what you said. It's like you look at black people as like this one prototypical, this hood nigga, and that's what black people essentially are. They're not a monolith of these multiple different type of people with different ideas, different personalities, different whatever, and they're all just boiled down to this thing right here. Is there degenerate shit in the black community? Yes. But I could go and pinpoint degenerate shit in every community. Every single one. Hispanic culture, even Asians. No matter how much they're the model minority, whatever he said, I'm sure I can find hella degenerate shit in the Asian community. So,
Even that statement when he said the model minority, what does that mean?
Whoever the minority that white people are like, oh, this is the type of minority. When we said we want minorities, this is the minority we want in the country.
That sounds like behavior.
That or like they just like are successful and like if you talk about American standard or something like that, you model that how they kind of been moving. Like you want your kids to grow up, be successful, be a doctor, something like that to a degree. Like they're in that sense, and I mean to a degree they're not wrong when you say like they do things right to a degree, but there's plenty of black people we could look at that's doing things the right way.
Yeah,
it's just.
Like I said, with black people, it's a lot of like people like to skip over a lot of the nuance. They just want to get straight to like kind of like the Trail argument. Like there's things that Trail was saying last time. I was like, I get what you're saying. But like I said, you can't really skip over the nuance because in anything in life, like there's gonna be people that can circumvent their circumstances. There's always gonna be people like that can pull themselves up and navigate through it. But you gotta admit, a lot of motherfuckers weak-minded. Like a lot, most people.
Not even weak, just average.
Every that's what I mean. Everybody wants to be a leader, but most people are really they'll just follow whatever. Like because a lot of people don't want to go against the grain. They just want to go I want to go the simplest path. I want to go with what I know. I know if I go this way, what my life's going to be. So I'm just going to go this way. I'm just going to do this. A lot of people can't even think and fathom like there's so much more to the world than what I'm dealing with right here in this moment in this inner city or wherever you at.
And it's the thoughts. It's also habits, bro. I love the book Atomic Habits. Bro, once you built a certain amount of habits, that stuff become ingrained, and it takes a lot of deprogramming to even become somebody different. So when people start talking about, oh, this person ain't thinking of how to figure out how to get out of their situation, it's like, bro, their mind is so like, what do you even call it? Tunnel vision on like little shit, like what I'm gonna eat today, what I'm gonna eat tomorrow. Like they ain't thinking about 3 months plan, what's I'm gonna do for 3 years from now, what I'm gonna do 10 years from now. That ain't how they like programmed to think. That ain't how their habits been wired, and that's important. Like I remember some TV show or some like interview or something. They talk about like taking their kids to like these private schools or something like that versus like a public school. The private school they teach your kid to have imagination and to like they don't give them like assignments. They let them figure out when they want to do stuff and how they want to do stuff because that's more how a boss works. And that's like teaching them the habits of how to be a free thinker and all these different things versus public school. You got assignments, you got to meet these deadlines, all these different things. And these habits create a certain person and a worker, essentially. That's what the education system is built for, to create workers. So you have habits of a worker, not of a thinker, not of a leader, not of someone that could
problem solver.
Problem solver, critical thinker, 100%. So that's really what it be. It's average. It's just most people are built to be average. That's just how it is in this society. So yeah, and you can't really blame people for that when they like what they gonna do besides go through the educational system. Like their parents got to work. Like how can they beat that?
Was average?
What you said?
Would you say Sneako was average?
No. He's excelling in whatever he's doing, so he's doing good. So I would say he's average. Yeah. If you're talking monetarily and all that. I do think he's like a bot, like you know what I'm saying? I know y'all think like he's thinking outside the box and he's like, oh, he's going against the Jews and like because that's just another honed in version of whatever's on the other side. So it's like ain't like he's like super critically thinking. Like he was thinking this way, now he thinks this way. Like it's not like some.
So from what I give a difference, like as a level of a thinker, kind of on the bot, as a level of thinker, for me, average. Like he's not gonna blow my mind with anything he say. He's not gonna say anything I ain't never heard before. But as like a person that's getting money or a person that figured out a niche for themselves or how to mimic something, like you gotta have some type of wisdom or some type of like smarts about you. Like so, like in certain aspects, he beyond average. Like you can see it in his results. But there is levels to it. Just because you know how to make money don't make you a genius. Like that's a given.
I mean, it would take some sort of intellect to make money consistently. I don't think you'd be a.
It depends. It's levels. It's circumstantial. That's the word I'm looking for.
To make money and continue to make money is like
because you could do something and build a brand where like the money make itself, long as you don't fuck it up. Yeah. It's circumstantial, especially in this day and age where it's like you don't have to have like the most organic marketing plan every quarter or something like that. You can just get on YouTube and go live. Especially
with you don't even necessarily have to be the smartest. Like if you just even look at like I was watching like the live streams he was doing, he blew up. I was watching this shit, right? So if you got like Sneako, you blow up and you get around these other people who are actually very wealthy, they can show you, hey, do this. You just plug and play. That don't mean you're the smartest. You're like, okay, oh, y'all got like some Hustle University shit. Oh, I got a creativity kit. Hey, y'all subscribe to this per month. We'll get in here. We'll do Discord. Yada yada yada. Y'all pay me. It's on auto pay right now. That doesn't mean you're like super fucking intellectual. It's just like I figured something out. Like I was able to build an audience. I got y'all to pay for this.
So yeah, he's average, right?
To a degree.
Average, but when you say average at what? Like
I don't know. Y'all brought up the average. What are we quantifying average as?
We weren't.
What is average?
He was average. We're talking about
I think I quantified
already.
I wasn't really trying to like quantify, but I think to a degree I gave you an answer on it already. Like making money for yourself. Yeah, he's obviously figured a way out. Working on YouTube, he figured a way out. Being able to be on social media, figured a way out. But let's look flip sides. A female that figure out how to create a following on Instagram and get money on Instagram off her body is a genius. Like it don't take much to mimic that type of like.
Well, women and men are
starter
different.
pack.
That's why.
But there's a starter pack is what.
Not really, because a lot of this red pill shit is kind of like OnlyFans for men. Because like I could eat, bro. You know how easy it'd be for any three of us to just watch whoever the most popular red pill people are. Triple, like go hard on it. Like look at just Pearly things. She's going viral. She's saying shit like women shouldn't be able to vote. Ban the 19th Amendment. Like it's not hard to really do shit like that. If you just really go crazy, hey, make hella TikToks, do this, do that.
If it's not hard, then why don't y'all do it then? If it's
because I don't believe in those thoughts. I'd be faking.
Then why are people that do it successfully being called average and being discredited for actually doing it? Because not an average person can't do that.
Who said he was? What do you see? Look, you do this thing where like, who said he was?
Do
average?
What?
He's making money. That's great.
Yeah, it's not easy to make money, the friend. It does, no matter what you do.
Sneako was already a popular YouTube person before. It ain't like he was a nigga who was like us, no followers, and he just blew up. He had almost 1 million. I think he had 1 million subs already.
Yeah.
Before he even blew up, or before he started streaming. Niggas was big YouTubers, massive YouTubers like Mr. Beast were saying he was my favorite YouTuber. So it ain't like he was some nobody motherfucker. So I'm trying to figure what are you trying to?
And he had to work hard to get that million. So what are we saying?
But who's
I don't think
he's some average? Like that's what I'm saying. Like, what are you talking about? All I said was his thoughts and his opinions aren't some like I could have never like. Oh my god, he's a fucking genius. Like so I think you maybe think he's a genius. See, look, who said
I never said you? Look, I never said
you said the type of weird like debate argue tactic. So
I never said he was a genius. I never said he was like this guy that I'm worshiping or some.
Did I say he was dumb?
I'm just saying the rhetoric that he does spew sometimes, not all the time, sometimes it makes sense to me. Do I agree with everything he says? Obviously not.
Does he like when
he's stereotyping black people? I don't agree with that. But the other shit that he does talk about that I can agree with.
Let me ask you this: has he ever, when you heard him speak, and you're probably like, well, most people don't do this, so I'll caveat that. When you hear him speak, is it like he's saying something that's like you've never heard before?
You have an epiphany.
Like, I heard Andrew Tate say this already. I've heard Myron already say this. And I've heard Nick Fuentes say, or some
of the talking points when it comes to like other topics that actually fucking matter, like not like fucking like, oh, what do you bring to the table type shit, like spiritual shit, like religion, like shit that I actually care about. It kind of reminds me a lot of my talking points, so that's why I kind of fuck with it. As far as everything else he does talk about, as far as like race relationships, I don't really look to a Sneako for a race relationship conversation because he's half black, half Filipino. What does he really know about the black struggle? We just played a clip where he's showing his ignorance about the black struggle, and he's basically calling black culture and hip hop culture.
So to a degree, you can call him average.
That I don't agree with, obviously, but there's certain things that he talks about that I
so what about his what religious take do you hear that's like, damn?
His take on Christianity, modern day Christianity.
What's so mind blowing from with his perspective?
Why does it have to be mind blowing for me to?
Why do we keep cool? Because you like
that really stuck.
Oh my god, he's such a genius.
That really stuck with you.
I never said he was Jimmy Neutron. The fuck.
Fine, cool. Move on from my book. Just tell me what resonated with you. What talking point really resonated with you?
It's just how he just. I don't really know. It's just like you would have to play a clip and then we can go like point by point because it's like he was having a conversation with Zerka on Christianity versus like being a Muslim or some shit, and most of the stuff that he was using to discredit Christianity made a lot of sense to me.
What's one thing he used to discredit Christianity?
I was literally playing in the car like 5 minutes ago before y'all went live, but it was like them attributing like Jesus to be like a king, which I don't agree with, because being a king is like, that's like human trait. Why are we attaching a human trait to like God? Like,
When did it end?
that's
What
why I don't
verses are you referring to it?
I don't, like I said, like I was listening to it like 5 minutes ago. Like I don't know. It was like
my problem
minute
with someone that speaks on the outside, like me, I'm a no man when it comes to religion. I don't think no religion is better than any other religion. I think
me too.
they are pretty much products of each other. So when you go into like criticizing one's better than the other one, that already made me look at you in a certain type of way where you bog down into a religion. Like, and I respect anybody in religion, but I feel like it has its limitations on how you think. So when you are already, when I feel like he's let's say a saint for Muslims, I know that ain't the word that go with that, a devout Muslim, and he don't really think too far outside of that, that's gonna make me think he averaged to a degree. Like, it's just little stuff like that. Like because I'm a spiritual person, I go deep with this shit. So when somebody gonna criticize a certain religion, like Christianity obviously have its flaws, but a real devout Christian is just as respectable as a real devout Muslim. Like, it's just about who practicing it and how they practice it. 100%.
Yeah, I agree with that. They were just having like a discussion about it. Again, I don't really. Zerka is like a character to me. I look at Zerka. Well, I'm not going to compare the two, but like in terms of like how they are, like how they portray themselves, kind of like Andrew Tate, kind of like, they're just like outlandish and say a bunch of shit for shock value and shit. But Andrew Tate, you know, it's a little bit different because he's better at articulating himself a little bit. But yeah, I was watching the video. It's like a 36-minute video. It was like they were talking about the like all the flaws in Christianity and like the Bible and the Trinity not really being a thing, like that being a man-made concept. That was relatively a new concept.
I got a question, Wardu.
Yeah.
So with the guys like Sneako, do you feel like there's many are there like other dudes out there that's like him? Like, and I'm not even trying to like throw a slide at them, because I don't really feel like you get those many dudes that are like try to be rebels that's popular. But do you, like, I feel like more of them be like liberal, like you get like Destiny, like they're gonna take a stance, so it's gonna be a liberal stance and stuff like that. Do you feel like there's like just not enough people like Sneako, so that's kind of why you kind of fuck with him to a degree?
Yeah. If you say, when you say it like that, yeah, I'd probably say that. I feel like it's a lot of pandering to like new age ideologies, and I think Sneako is the main reason why I fuck with him, even though he does get a lot of shit, which is understandable. Like, they call him cucko and shit. Is at the end of the day, like, he's willing to sit down with people that he might not agree with necessarily and have conversations. I know a lot of people that don't do that are in the culture, that, you know, like, they believe on one thing so strongly that they're not even willing to sit down with you to have a conversation about it. Nothing, like, you know. So yeah. I think that's like the biggest thing that I like about him. Again, if you wanted to say he's an average guy, that's fine. But
at the end of the day, we all average, respectfully.
I think that's a pessimistic way to look at it, but
I'm pessimistic, however you want to call it. I'm just being honest. With LeBron James, and one aspect, he can dunk.
That's why I asked
he ain't no fucking genius thinker. Like what I really mean, we all even out, not average. At the end of the day, you might have a spectacular gift that shines, but it evens out with somebody else's gift. I mean, you know, whatever. I'm just.
I don't.
What
really
I'm really
think that's
saying,
necessarily true, because like there's races that have advantages in society over black people, and black people have advantages over other races too.
Yeah, I think we're getting off on.
But what he's saying is even with that, he's saying it'll level out. Like, let's just say, for a stereotypical thing, Asian people are so smart, they're brilliant, but black people's athletics are so like just like. But at the end of the day, they'll even out because Asian people. I'm like, that sounds crazy.
Just for the stereotypical,
just for the hypothetical, for the stereotypical, that would be that. I was about to say, if black people are not that smart, that would sound crazy. Yeah. But yeah,
because I mean, you get what I'm saying. But even then, like, I was like kind of just easing off of Sneako, because I really don't feel like there's that many Andrew Tates out there, especially that can, like, you know, talk certain talking points and still be entertaining. So I kind of get why he exists. Obviously, Andrew Tate's not perfect, and things like that. Even like a what's the dude? I used to watch him a lot. The dude that's synonymous with Joe Rogan. That's crazy.
Ari Shaffir, Joe Diaz.
No. The craziest one. Crazy the crazy. He got his
Eddie,
own.
Eddie
No.
Bravo?
He got his own show.
Alex
He got his
Jones?
own website now. He got kicked off YouTube. The
Oh,
one
you
that
talking
said Sandy
Benjamin?
Hooks. The Sandy Hook shit.
Alex Jones.
Yeah,
With
I
Alex
couldn't
Jones.
think of his name. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
bro.
Alex
You're going
Jones.
blank with names, bro. I even like for him, like I had like I liked watching him because he'll push the narrative on certain things. Even with Dick Gregory, like obviously they're not in the same lane, and some people like I watch Chronicle Judah, he'll talk shit about somebody like Dick Gregory. If I'm being honest.
Chronicles of Judah is probably the most respectable channel on YouTube.
But he'll talk shit about somebody like Brother Panic. Like that's when I get into this shit. I ain't gonna lie. When I get into this shit, bro, people be talking shit about other people. But I like I said, I'm a nomad, so I be really just listening from all. I respect all type of views or whatever. So I get it because, like I said, it's only so many of those type of people that exist, and when they do it, only be so long because you get banned, you lose the passion because you feel like you ain't waking up people. That'll be all type of different reasons. So I respect you listen to Sneako, even though he's not perfect, because at the end of the day, a lot of people I listen to, people will judge as well.
I watch other people. Like I watch there's this guy on YouTube called Robert Perkins. He basically talks about like Black empowerment and like basically waking up Black people from like realizing how systematic oppression affects the Black community and trying to unify and shit. So I can go from watching a Sneako to watching like Robert to watching Myron to watching the Spiritual Soul to watching I have different people that I watch for different reasons. So I don't just watch Sneako.
No, I get that, and I get he kind of falls in that lane, and he does his own way. He has the debates. He's a streamer version of it. So yeah. I get it. New age version of it. Especially it's not a lot of young dudes doing it right now. Like NLE, I thought he was gonna be one of those type of dudes because like he started meditating, doing all that shit, then he went right back to his regular shit. But you don't really get too many.
Gotta get right back
dudes.
to the money, man. Gotta get right back to the money.
Yeah, exactly. You don't really see too many young dudes that's pushing that button like that. So I get it. And a young dude, like even me, like I know I'd be saying some shit one day, and months later, I'd be like, I don't think that way no more. So I get it.
Like I always said, bro, you could probably go back to our old ass episodes we had. We was probably saying some crazy shit. It's like, I really don't think that way anymore. I used to, but now, I'm a little.
People evolve. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Sneako still don't fuck with Black people. Let's not get it too. He still don't fuck with Black people.
Is that
in 2023?
Is that an inference? Are you just saying that because of what we've heard?
No, you can just put the clues together. You just
take
his words and you can. I think
his level is being racist. I think he might be prejudiced and hold like certain stereotypes because he even kind of suggested it. He said this is not something he gets from media. This is stuff that he hears from his Asian community. Like I think these are the same stereotypes that's been pushed about minorities, and he's just another generation that's been fed it. So I think it's just like what we say about white people. They have these underlying biases and prejudices in them, even though they might not necessarily be racist or hate Black people, but they still have these type of views towards Black people, which are not the most productive views. So it's levels to it. Because I think racism is like inflicting power over someone, or having the power to inflict oppression over someone. Like that's racism. Like having views and shit, that's like stereotypical. That's prejudice. Like prejudice is different. Because I can be prejudiced and I can still have white friends. I can be prejudiced or people do that all the time. They be prejudiced and racist to a degree and still have a Black athlete or entertainer that's their favorite. But
I'll say this: if I told Sneako to rank the races, I don't think Black people be the highest race on the list. I'll say that.
That's a great point. Hey, if you do that with streamers, that'll be nasty.
Rank the races. I don't think they'd be the highest.
Because Black people gonna feel a certain type of way. Nigga, all y'all inventions, all y'all trends, like y'all follow us 24/7. How the fuck y'all ain't got us this high? We CEOs and shit. We like, so we don't have an argument.
Well, if you're asking someone like Sneako, I mean, like people are a product of their environment. So if you're raised around mostly like Asian people, he's probably going to think highly of his own community.
I get it, but we're not even going to.
I'm throwing everybody in the pot. I'm throwing everybody in the pot. Nigga. You put Asians first. Cool. I'm just trying to
But
see
you're
where
expecting
you rank
someone
them.
like him to use some kind of objectivity when it comes to that. I don't
Yeah,
think
he
he's
bitch
been
got
around, like,
25% black in him. Yeah, I need a little bit of
I mean, you would think that he would, but you don't know how he was raised.
what D-Friend's saying. If
Nah,
there was
he
an
gonna have them
A-lane
ranked low.
race,
That's the point.
if there was
So-
Don't matter.
teams
Where do you
seeded
rank
AC teams,
They're the AC. Where they at? Like,
he gonna put
Nigga
us in the
said
bottom
AC.
half.
if a dude really thinks that most black people want their doctor gang banging and sagging, he don't think too highly of that community.
I think
Stop.
he was. Part of me,
I think he was
and I'm
joking.
not copping. Please, I'm not.
You
I'm
are.
not-
You
I'm
I hear
not
the shoes
copping,
tapping
please.
again. I hear the shoes.
I'm
tapping.
not copping, please, when I say this, but I think that might have been a little bit of hyperbole when he was saying. I don't think he literally meant that. Like, he literally meant that. No, I don't think so. But if you wanted to roll with that, I would understand. But I don't think he literally meant
See,
that.
my thing is that Sneako is similar to me in ways that we don't really back down when we think we're right. I think he would double down on, like I've seen him double down on plenty other things, and he even doubled down on it to a degree with Adam 22. It's like Adam kind of be like, yeah, I agree. It's a lot of things in hip hop that are degenerate. I think any black person that are watching, white person, I think most logical people would think, most honest people would think, there's a lot of shit is in rap degenerate. You could have just left it at that. He like, no, all. Like, he chose to double down at that point. And I feel like if you used to go into the debate, that dude don't back down off debates. That dude don't back down off his points. So I don't know, man. I don't know. And
he do sometimes when he get presented with the correct information. I just don't think Adam's the person to give him that correct information.
He didn't do it with the shit I seen. So maybe I need to look up more debates.
I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I feel like people being so gung ho and stuck on that one clip instead of like actually talking about like the stuff that he usually talks about in his live streams, like when it comes to spirituality and other shit, like
that shit don't trend.
It doesn't trend.
It ain't like somebody
talked about.
It ain't like somebody found that clip.
Be something
he posted
about
that
race. Clip. Everyone
he
has
posted
an
that
opinion
clip.
of that. I get it. No, I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it. But
that's nasty to post that
people.
Clip.
I just wish people would talk about.
That's the thing too. Like he knew to post that clip. Like, he knew it was gonna get the people talking.
He's okay.
Yeah.
He's okay with shitting on black people, black culture.
I mean, he's part black, so
I don't mean shit. What's that one black dude? Just interview everybody.
Oh, did my shoes cut off?
Logic cut us.
Oh, no.
Nah, I forget. I'm horrible with names.
Jesse Lee Peterson, Beta.
Yeah.
Well, we're not comparing Sneako to fucking Jesse Lee Peterson.
No, I'm giving you an example.
That's a
it don't matter about
that is a Hall of Fame coon. Like that is a
no. I ain't gonna lie. That might be Sneak. I can see Sneako in the future saying
nigga.
Not all, but most.
We're not. No,
that's
nigga.
Jesse Peterson.
We're not comparing Jesse Lee.
We talk about black people.
Peterson,
He's saying not all, but
top
most.
Coon. No, and that nigga is full 100% black. No, nigga. We're not gonna. No, nigga.
I wasn't comparing him. I'm just giving you an example.
Because, like honestly,
I never brought up a comparison.
I would expect someone like Sneako to say something like that way more so than a Jesse Lee Peterson.
Why?
No, we're not comparing them.
Why would you expect?
There's levels to coon.
I could possibly see
Jesse Lee Peterson is.
To be honest, I'm just trying to. I'm trying to build out. So don't take me for my word. I'm trying to build out on this argument. I'm trying to build out on it. I can see maybe how a guy like Jesse Lee Peterson would think that way, because in his perspective, he's old as hell. He sees it as back in my day, our people were living a good life. Now he's seeing what being presented in the media. You look at Chicago, you look at this. So he's looking at it from a lens of like,
were they really?
Back in the 50s, all of us black people were like this, and now y'all are like this. So I can see him more feeling that way than a Sneako.
His arguments,
but he's a terrible argument.
Not all, but most.
No, if he was to bring that up, that would be a terrible argument.
It's not terrible. We had hundreds of cities that was black owned and black economics. What are we talking about?
And what happened?
White people destroyed them.
Okay, so.
But the argument is that we lived good at one point before, and we figured stuff out before. That's one of the even true arguments. It's an argument. It is the argument that we were living good. Our marriage rate was high. It was at 80%.
So couldn't I make an argument, since you've seen us at our best and you've seen us get his shit shitted on, and then like we rebuilt it and shit got better, and now it's getting worse. Isn't it like a circle of life? You don't think it can get better again?
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, you could think
why are you
that,
stuck in the
but
50s?
different point is that you could see how he feels that way as well. We was getting dogs, we was getting chewed by dogs, we was getting water hosed down, and we still had high marriage rates. Now you niggas living in comfortable AC and drinking from the same fountains. Y'all niggas can't act right.
I mean,
Like, I
I've
could
been
see how
saying
an old person could
integration
think like that.
was
That's all the difference saying.
the
Versus
Fran
like an
knows,
outsider like Sneako, it's like, why you hold those opinions when you went to school with people and you model your behavior after black people, like the modern black person.
I've been
Like
said,
you ain't,
I don't know if this is a
you
hot
ain't
take
going
if
around
I
acting
say
like
it like
fucking
this.
Muhammad Ali.
I don't know if this is a hot take if I say it like this, but I've been said integration was worse than slavery. Like, I've been said this hundreds of times because I feel like black people,
Nigga,
did
what?
not, I genuinely feel,
I have to process what you said. Stop
yeah,
it. Don't
I think integration
stop it.
I think
You
integration
think
was arguably worse than slavery. Yes.
Worse
you
than
think
slavery,
400 years of
butt-broken,
chattel
stealing your
slavery?
family, beating the shit out of you is worse. Like,
Nigga, you
stop
talk
it.
you talking about me being mad at my boss? I would take that any day versus the nigga can sleep with my wife. The fuck are you talking about? Like, I take my boss firing me, nigga.
That's one of them thoughts that isn't that well built out. When you start
Like,
really
come
talking
on,
about
bro.
slavery, like,
Nigga, like they used to fuck the men in the ass just because they wanted to. What are we talking about? No, I'd rather my boss just fire
Obviously,
because,
slavery.
I'm
Obviously, slavery
argumentative.
was terrible. I'm not dismissing how bad slavery was. Obviously, slavery was bad. Like, it was
It's not
terrible.
worse.
I
Just
couldn't
it
even.
was
I couldn't even
not
fathom
worse.
what
integration
that
was
shit was
horrible.
like. I couldn't.
Just
way
say that.
worse
You don't have to
than
But when
compare.
we
yeah,
talk, but when people keep talking about like integration is so great, integration is so great. Racism still exists. Integration did not do shit but hide racism. Racism still exists. People are still racist as ever before. Nothing has really changed as far as racism, especially with systematic racism, especially with institutionalized racism. It's still bad. It's just a way to mask how bad reality is. So I
Trail
think
fucking stupid.
integration is just as bad, if not worse, than slavery.
Just say it's bad. Stop
Yeah,
trying
just
to
say it's
compare.
bad. Don't compare it to slavery. That's dumb.
It's an
How
L
did
take when you
Trail? How
start
did I
trying to compare.
copy? What are you talking about? I copied that. That came from my own brain, nigga. What are you talking about?
Integration
I'm not
is
you, nigga.
bad
Money bag
because
over
it was Oh my bad. Integration was
integration
bad.
is terrible.
Integration was bad
Fucking
because
terrible.
it was done without. It wasn't done fully correctly. Like,
the slaves are free now. Guess what? You get to go to the north and still give money to the system that's been racist to you.
That's
for
not
how
the
long?
integration era.
Yeah, that's not the integration. That's like the fucking Reconstruction.
Yeah, integration era didn't happen to ML King.
Like the civil rights, like MLK, like the 50s, 60s.
So you think shit was better after that happened?
Yeah, I think going to school.
I'd even take the war on drugs. I take the war on drugs than slavery.
War on drugs wasn't.
At least we can get high.
Yeah,
and home supply.
Mind my own fucking business. Like I'm just on the streets. Fuck it. But like,
I don't think the war on drugs was like a real
fucking
thing.
slave.
You don't think the war on drugs is a real thing?
It's still a slave to drugs, but
not how people are saying it is. No.
Hold on, we got to let him build this thought out. The war on drugs is not a real thing.
But what is?
Meaning
so what
what?
was the war?
Were you and your people over here yet?
No, I was born and raised here. Me, I was born and raised here.
I'm saying, like, do you have lineage that dates back to the crack era? Because I got family members that are still on drugs. What are we talking about? Like,
so you're just talking about like the government dropping off like drugs in the fucking ghettos? Is that what it is?
I mean, they got
dropping off drugs.
Is that basically what it is? Because that's been happening. So
we don't grow opioids in America. So where's the opioids coming from?
I could say the war on weapons. They drop off guns all the time still.
But so if you argue
those are still real things. You said it's not a real thing.
So it's. I mean, if it's been happening, why is that even a statement to make? There's a war on everything? There's a war on guns. There's a war on
Nigga,
terror,
that ain't the
quote-unquote
fucking point.
terror.
I just was saying war on drugs.
You could say
I
there's
take
a
war
war
on
on
drugs over
anything. It
slavery.
didn't really
Nigga,
fucking
you just
exist.
talking.
Like, it wasn't a thing.
You know, the
Like, it's
war
not
on
really
drugs
thing.
is a thing. It hasn't always been happening.
It's
a
been
thing
happening,
that
but the
started.
terminology that people want to make it seem like it was just like this big controversy. Oh, the war on drugs. Niggas have they've been doing that. They've been putting drugs in the fucking ghettos and the fucking bad neighborhoods and shit. They've been dropping off weapons specifically.
What is this date? What is this? What is these?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Never mind, man. Like, oh my
Yeah,
God.
yeah,
Like
Them niggas
opioids,
be
like
bots.
opioids didn't get
mean the
really get
70s?
introduced. They didn't get introduced until, was it World War II or was it Vietnam War? Because it was like in Vietnam when them soldiers was all taking the heroin and they was taking the opioids because it came from the poppy plant or the opioid plant or whatever plant over there in Asia. They got brought over here, and then that's when the drug and all that type of shit. So what are you talking about? It's been going on forever. What are you talking about?
That's why I said the opioids had to come from. Oh, it was in the 70s.
So is it just specifically opioids?
Oh, from the
or just
60s
drugs
to from the 50s to 70s.
Because are
Yeah,
you
that's what
talking
I'm
about the opioid crisis or war on drugs?
War on drugs, but you got to understand where cocaine come from. Cocaine is an opioid. You needed to come from these type of plants that we don't grow in America. So when were we getting a heavy supply of these?
It's even like
during
you
the
can
war.
look at the what's it called? What'd you say? What word did you just say? War dude? Not war on drugs. You just said the opioid crisis. Opioid crisis.
I've heard
that's
that
now
before.
because of fentanyl. Where's fentanyl?
Yeah.
Who's the biggest mass producer in the world of fentanyl? China. China. So like I said, these are manufactured things. You ship it over here. You sell to the cartels. You sell to the people. You give people legal drugs actually. So then they get stuck on fentanyl. They get stuck on heroin, and they do that. So like, I'm trying to figure out what like these are the one drugs on the real thing.
I mean, yeah. According to
this is the Sneako school of thought right here.
The whitewashed American history.
If you've ever
wanted
to see,
what do you mean? I just said I got
war on drugs. Yeah, yippee. Okay, like
I got evidence. I know people.
They also told me Christopher Columbus found America. Like, what am I supposed to believe anymore?
If you want to see the school of Sneako, you have it on full display right here with Big Do.
This nigga said Christopher Columbus and the war on drugs are in the same boat.
Okay, so you okay? So like I said, he with that Sneako shit. Like you think that
black people problems wasn't that bad?
They told us milk was good for us, bro.
Oh, he don't like that just Pearly thing.
War on drugs.
He's like the just Pearly. He had the just Pearly talking point that these black they have no black people like they're not that bad. They're over. What's the word? They're over exaggerated. They're not really going on. Redlining. That's over exaggerated.
I've never said it didn't happen. You said it wasn't on things like it hasn't been happening. It's been happening, nigga.
I wish we were like Jews. Niggas can never say shit like this.
Never.
Imagine.
He'd be afraid to say that. He'd be afraid to say that.
Imagine.
He'd be afraid.
You telling the motherfucking people that's been historically oppressed in history.
Trail told me to play this soundbite for you, Warden.
Trail's a walking L. This nigga's stupid.
Because like I said, you can't just be spouting shit out. This is why you just spouting shit out.
I don't think I am.
Thing. You say it's been going on. We put a time frame on when it started.
So you think the opioid crisis literally started when it was reported that the cocaine shit was happening when it did? You don't think it happened before at any time in history?
In the 50s?
At any time in history, you don't think that happened before?
What do you mean any time in history? Modern American history? Or
the opioid, the cocaine shit. You said like they were dropping off what? Or they were giving cocaine to their the soldiers and shit?
Yeah, it's over there in Vietnam. If you look at the study, it was like, I don't know. I'm just.
Have you ever seen American Gangster?
Like half of the people. He was flying over there. He was flying to Vietnam to get that.
I'm talking about the movie. Not
it's one of the greatest Jay-Z albums of all time.
I'm talking about the movie, nigga, with this.
Okay.
Like Lucas, what's his name? George. Was not George Lucas? That's the dude from Star Wars. Whatever his name is, he was literally flying to Vietnam for the poppy seed. I don't even call it the poppy seed. It's called something.
Yeah, poppy seeds.
To get the opioid, to get the cocaine, to make the crack, to do it like.
It's the same thing from the shit with Snowfall. They had to get the shit from what was the shit?
Yeah, I didn't watch
Colombia, and Medellin, and
that's where the pure shit was coming from. And then you other people in America would add shit to it, remix it, and do all these other different things. But Yeah, this shit wasn't coming. Like all this stuff wasn't organic.
Do you think that the what's it called? The criminal, what the fuck is it called? There's like war on drugs. What's the crime thing called?
Mass incarceration.
Mass incarceration. Do you think that was a real thing, or do you think that was fake too?
What do you mean by mass incarceration? What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do we mean?
No, I'm saying.
When you hear
like,
mass incarceration, what do you think? Because incarceration, for your point, incarceration was going on before that.
The mass incarceration of
the mass incarceration era of black people.
Of black people, that's been happening. Like, was that an event?
Is it a real thing or no?
I don't know. Tell me, was it?
Yes, because I mean,
I'm not a fucking encyclopedia.
Only
like,
been around so long.
I don't know. Was it? Because like I feel like mass incarceration of black people. I feel like that's been happening.
Well, so you got to understand these eras are like you can blur the lines and be like, well, slavery and incarceration is the same thing, but when after slavery, there was the Willie Lynch era. Then we went into the prison era, and that's when we came to the mass incarceration. Like, so it's a difference. It's just letting it's kind of giving you the eras of oppression.
It's adding legislation to shit. Like obviously after slavery, y'all could be no more slaves unless they're in jail. Like that's the caveat. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna put a bunch of y'all in jail so y'all can be slaves. And then it's like, okay, there's this new thing, right? You got the war on drugs. How do we stop this? Let's create this crime bill, which to be fair, there was like black leaders that were pushing for that they want to make the community safer. But regardless, let's add these very strict laws in here. Let's do a 3-strike rule. Let's make crack have a higher sentencing than cocaine. And we know these white boys on Wall Street are using cocaine. We know that. But y'all black people using that crack, we gonna sentence y'all like crazy. Marijuana. Oh, you got a couple of ounces of marijuana? Life in prison. So
we can look at the politicians. It was Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, and Joe Biden that pushed the mass incarceration bills and start calling us. They start using certain language and stuff with the these are beasts and all these different things. So it was a direct error.
Yeah.
Like the war on drugs and mass incarceration started accelerating around the same time. Like, of course, it's kind of bubbled before, but they start like it was almost a hand-in thing.
And then you throw in welfare and all these things. Like it's just a spiral that just
Well, that welfare argument, I don't really. I mean, because white people benefit from welfare more than black people. So
you don't know what we're talking about though.
Yeah, we talking about
he's talking about the numbers. He's talking about like for black people, you wouldn't be able to get welfare if there was a man
not being able to get welfare. Oh, okay.
Yeah, like if there was a man in the house, they wouldn't let you get it. It was like the stipulation they put behind it, which kind of made a man be irrelevant. That's what we talking about with the,
that can go to white people as well. But I'm saying like you do that, you have mass incarceration, take the man out the home, boom, he in jail. Single mother, you doing this, you doing that. Then you also couple in abortion with Margaret Sanger. You do that. Hey, we want to exterminate this type of race. Where do you put all the abortion clinics at? In lower income places.
In the hood.
You got that going on. So it's like it's multi. That's why I say it's like it's nuanced and shit. You got to really
and
Sneako doesn't have.
Tell that shit to Trell. Don't tell that to me, nigga.
This shit. Mass incarceration was real.
But all this shit,
I knew it was real. I'm just saying you got to put a time period to it. Because you're saying like this, it's only happened during around this time. Like, okay, that's fine, that's cool. But
no one said that. Period. We just said mass incarceration. If you know,
we said the word war on drugs. You said that's been going on forever. It ain't been going on forever. What are you talking about?
Nigga, we don't know what you mean by Cold War to this day. Like, no one's stressing about the Cold War in 2023, but it's still going on technically.
Yeah, but I wanted to say a lot of
exactly.
This shit was,
so like,
of this shit was brought up because. All that shit is a part of the integration. Everything D-Friend brought up, and that shit still is better than slavery. Just to make that circle.
So we're comparing two evils.
Go full circle. You're the one brought up the comparison. I'm just trying to bring it.
Yeah, I think integration is arguably worse than slavery.
No, all that shit we just named, the war on drugs, mass incarceration, abortions, that shit still is not worse than slavery.
I would rather you made my daddy a crack-headed life in prison than me be a slave.
Comparing two evils.
Getting buck break.
Wardu, you were the one who brought up this comparison. We told you don't try to do this.
They're both bad, okay? They're both bad. They're both fucking terrible.
Thanks, we know that.
They're both terrible, bro.
But
Bryce, I actually want you to watch this guy. His channel is Team Rob Live. Like, I think you would like his channel. It's kind of like the vibe that I think you would fuck with. I fuck with him. He don't really got that many subs. He got like 5 or 10K subs, but I fuck with his black empowerment talking points. You feel me? It's all about unity and shit.
You don't fuck about no unity, nigga.
Can't save everybody.
Send it away.
What Dr. Umar say? We gonna have. What did he say? What did Dr. Umar say? We gonna have to. What did he say about to kill some of these kids? What did he say?
Extinct.
Yeah, he said some crazy shit. Like, we gonna have
exterminate
to
us.
He said some crazy shit that if a white person said that, they'd be done for. Oh my God, I ain't gonna lie to you. It'd have been great content to have you and Trail arguing just now. Oh, I'd have been laughing.
No, Trail, I don't argue with NPCs. I'm not arguing with fucking any nigga that puts money back you over. Yeah, I'm not arguing with them.
Well, does
you got it, bro.
Their NPC programming to argue with another NPC?
Yeah, Trail, you got it, bro.
Yeah, your programming versus your programming versus his programming.
I love MC Light. Oh my God, bro.
I would have loved to see your programming versus his programming. Whose program better for the argument?
I'm open-minded. I'm not a fucking program. I'm open-minded.
You're open-minded program.
Yeah,
they programmed you so well you think you're open-minded.
I'm open source. Fuck.
All right. Anyways, hold on, we not on the thing? Oh yeah, we are. Okay. Is that all we got on Sneako? That Sneako shit rolled to like a fucking.
Yeah, we beat that.
Shout out to Sneako, man.
Yeah, whatever.
I mean, like I said, everybody got content that you can want to consume. Like I said, I've been watching some of Alex Jones shit to see what we're talking about. You can watch them.
Yeah, and I used to watch Alex Jones, and you
ain't got a tap dance. You got to put your tap shoes on anytime his name come up.
I don't tap dance. Like I literally said he was wrong. You played the clip and I said he was absolutely fucking wrong. But it took you a lot of like. It took you to drive around the. You had to drive around the. You had to drive around the block. We're so quick to talk about racial issues instead of like actual. Like,
hold on.
Blasphemy shit, like actual shit that fucking really matters. Who gives a fuck about racial?
Racial issues don't matter.
Who gives a fuck? We've been talking about this shit. We know. Yeah, the white people are racist, systematic. Like we know. Like,
so just let it happen.
You want to talk about Christians versus Islam? That's what you want to talk about?
I would rather talk about that than fucking race 24/7. Like,
what's the difference?
What's what I'm saying? Like, what's the? Oh, that's gonna move us forward.
Talking about this shit. Yeah, we know.
What's the difference between a race that's been
between spirituality and conspiracy theories versus race war shit?
Oh, this nigga changed it. He said,
I don't want to talk about
race.
He said
Christianity versus Muslims. Then the nigga said religion and all this other shit.
Okay, not necessarily like religious shit, but like just spirituality in general, bro. Because I don't like identify with like a religion really either. I'm spiritual, so like I don't like. I'd much rather talk about shit like that or conspiracy theory type shit, like shit that DeFran would never agree with. I'd rather talk about shit.
I
like
don't know why you say shit like that.
Because
chakras align, you crazy.
I don't think there's a conspiracy theory in this world that you actually would agree with or like think it's true.
I
generally don't think.
Okay,
I
don't believe in like little bullshit. Like niggas just find little titty bit type shit, and it's like that's that. Like you gotta really show me some shit. Like give me some dates.
You're saying that to dismiss it, like it's not true. Like it can never be true. Like the way you're talking about it right now is proving my point.
I mean, just because you don't convince somebody, I mean,
yeah, like
I'm not saying you have to believe it, but to talk like it shouldn't even be a conversation. Like
you're thinking,
this little bullshit.
Name a conspiracy theory. Name a conspiracy theory that you think I would never believe. Name something.
I name one.
Go ahead.
Hollywood people have gay initiations.
I'm sure that happens.
What do you think about that white part?
Steve said it sure happens. That's a good one.
I'm sure it happens. Yeah. What do you mean?
I do want to talk about the Ruben.
That's like domination. Like I'm sure that happens. I'm sure it ain't just Hollywood. I'm sure it happens in Wall Street. I'm sure it happens I'm sure it happens in most industries. If we talk about like a power structure.
This nigga want to be me. I'm sure it happens everywhere. Yeah, this nigga want to be me now. Look.
How
crazy. But when it comes to the war on drugs, I'm like,
all right, I got another
one. It happened here.
Oh no, you fuck with the 9/11. We ain't been to the moon.
It's crazy.
What?
We ain't been to the moon.
That one to me, that's like irrelevant. Like, like
oh my God.
Because if I say
we didn't ask you if you thought it was relevant or not. We said, do you believe we went to the moon?
I don't even think about it. I don't give a fuck. Like,
see,
did we
go?
Did we not? Who's okay? Right. They filmed it. They filmed
when you talk about it like that, you're just dismissing it. You're just like, it's
No,
so
I'm-
irrelevant. Like, oh,
it's
like, is
like-
the
that's like-
Earth flat or is it round?
Like, what do you
that's
think? What do you
sound
think
like.
matter? What do you think matters more? You think finding out who actually really was behind 9/11, or if we fucking landed on the moon? Like, who gives a fuck if we landed? Who gives a fuck? Unless you would say like, give me a reason why
according to
it
you, the
matters.
9/11
Give me a
shit wouldn't
reason. Give
matter
me a
either.
reason why that, because you're Mr. I don't like talk about what matters. Give me a reason why that really matters.
Compared to what race shit that we talk about every
Why
single
does
day.
that? Why does
doesn't
that?
change?
Why does the moon landing
I
really
give
matter?
I give you a reason, but
Okay,
I
just
don't
tell
really-
you can give me a reason. I'm
I
asking.
give
I'm
you- I
asking
thought
for a
you
It
reason.
would
were
wake
awarded.
niggas up.
I didn't know if you
The
was.
Enlighten
give me a
us,
reason.
nigga.
It'll
What's
show
the
the
reason?
power of manipulation over the masses, but I'm
Social
I'm
programming.
with the shits.
But they do that shit. There's everything we can be manipulated
Oh my
by the facts.
God.
Like,
Well,
it's
I'm just answering the
This is
question.
nasty.
I'm just
work,
answering the
dog.
question. You asked the question, I answered it.
It's
So the
nasty
moon
work,
landing.
dog.
Okay, I gotta believe that. Like, I don't give a fuck about that. What else?
We didn't say
What
you
other
have to
conspiracy?
believe it, but you talking as if it shouldn't even come up in conversation. We shouldn't even talk about this.
That's like the lowest totem pole conspiracy theories.
the
Who gives a fuck?
lowest.
Yeah, niggas talk about it a lot, but like in like scheme of like a life altering thing. Like if this
You
happens,
put
like,
that
this
up
is
there
life-
with Bigfoot.
Bro,
yeah, it's
think about it
who
like
gives
this.
a fuck? It's like Bigfoot. Like
All right,
that's what it is. Like
Defran.
Bigfoot. Whoa,
All right, Defran,
okay.
think about it. Think about it
Did
like
we?
this: if the government could lie something, since you're saying it's so minuscule, if the government can lie about something so minuscule like going to the moon, what else are they lying about? That's why it's important.
But D-Friend believe the government
I
lies.
believe
they lie
That's
about
the
a whole-
conversation.
I know he believes in the government. That's why I know.
No,
he's
he
saying
believes the
that- and
government
he's
lies.
responsive.
He's just talking. I believe they lie about a whole bunch. They lied about the vid. They lie. What are you talking about? They lie about way more important. Like I think
Yeah,
them
because
lying
it
about-
came out that
I
they were
think
lying 2 to 3
them
years
lying-
later.
But D-Friend,
There was
D-Friend
niggas
ain't
that were
take the
saying it was
vaccine,
a-
so I mean, you can
There was
already.
there,
That's what I'm
niggas were
saying.
saying
What
that
are you
when it
talking
happened.
about?
Niggas were saying that when it happened, but of course, when it comes out 2 to 3 years later that they were lying,
But that's not
obviously you're
D-Friend
going
though.
to agree. The fuck?
That's not me. So what are you talking about? That's not me.
All right, bro. Oh my god, bro.
Me and Bryce was talking about this shit when
Bro.
niggas was getting banned for talking about this shit. We was just being covert about it. What are you talking about?
Why are you being
Yeah,
converted?
But
covert
so
about
look,
it?
D-Friend, I got another conspiracy.
Why are you
I
being
ain't gonna leave this
covert
one.
about
Do I want my channel to be banned
Free
for the sake of
speech.
being banned? Like, come
I
on.
got another one I know you can believe. The Kobe death was the initiation of COVID.
Take it to Rumble, Defran.
I've seen niggas with the numbers and all that type of shit. It's like, okay.
I believe it too, but I know that's one that's like, who gives a fuck? That's what D-Frank gonna say.
Even if it doesn't, okay, it's not affecting your day-to-day life. I understand. If that's what you want to go, is fine. But it's just like overall enlightenment.
Like there's better
We're in the
conspiracies,
information
and they might even be conspiracies, like saying like the whole thing of like with Libya and Gaddafi, like that's like when I hear Rizza Islam say, "Hey, Gaddafi was trying to make Africa its own one nation, its own one bank, and then he got killed." We can't really prove X, Y, and Z. Or we can prove X, Y, and Z, but most people don't believe it. That makes more.
But
those
why
are
would
like
you care
more,
about that?
Because that's
Because
more real world shit.
Yeah, but
people
why?
ain't
How
slaves
is that
because of that.
affecting you though? Why should you care about that? Because that's what you're saying. You're saying, okay, the moon landing, it doesn't
Because it
affect
actually
me. Why should I
affects
care?
people. Like
9/11
at this
doesn't
present
affect
moment.
me. Why
It
should I
actually
care?
affects nations of people. The moon landing is like, okay, yeah, all right.
In
That's what happened
Africa,
years ago.
not America. You're not in Africa. Why would you care?
I'm
I
talking about
probably would
people
care.
in general.
Yeah, I mean they black people. What's wrong with you?
Okay, all right.
Yeah, you don't have empathy just because I gotta be they neighbor.
I'm
nigga?
using Defran's logic. I'm saying, why
That's
would
not
you
his logic,
care?
though.
Though?
That's not my
Why
logic.
would you care?
His logic is more of like if it's
That's
like
the logic he's using with
mythological-
the other shit, like the moon landing shit. Why should I care? It's so minuscule. Like, who gives a fuck?
I mean,
That's
compared to
no,
like
that's not. That's like me saying like, hey, colleges are stealing or trafficking people's bodies for their organs. I'm not. I mean, I could get trafficked for my organs, but like, I still think that matters more than are we on the moon? Like, give a fuck. They're here stealing niggas' organs.
yeah.
Okay.
Epstein being covered up.
So we're ranking conspiracy theories, basically.
No, that's
One
not
matters
where
more
we're
than
going.
the
That's not
other,
where
and
we're
because
going.
it,
You
the
called
one doesn't
D-Friend
affect
out
me
on his
at all, it doesn't matter.
believability.
You said, "What would I
Okay.
believe?" And then you asked me about some dumb shit that you Mister who gives a fuck about race? Like who gives a fuck about the moon landing?
Keyword dumb. You just called it dumb. Therefore, you're not going to
Yes,
take
I
it
think that one is.
seriously.
If you go run around arguing about the moon land all day, you should. There's better shit. Like you said with race. Race is dumb. I want to talk about spirituality.
I'd rather argue.
Like your
I'd
race,
rather argue about
like your
race.
race doesn't impact you every single day. Niggas don't know if you watch fucking Soul Illuminati every day when you walk around. They see your black ass walking towards them though, so that would probably matter more in life.
Yeah, I'd rather talk about race than the moon landing any day.
I'm not comparing the race to the fucking moon landing. I don't know why that even got brought up.
Because you said who gives a fuck about?
I'd rather listen to
race?
conspiracy
I'm not
theories.
comparing a conspiracy theory about the moon landing versus race shit. I never compared.
But you did say you rather talk about spiritual stuff over race.
I would. The moon landing is some spiritual shit. That's a conspiracy theory about
race
the
is
government.
spiritual.
It's spiritual.
Yeah.
Okay.
Our skin color makes us go through a certain.
You talking about the moon landing, or you talking about like race shit?
I said race. Our race is spiritual. If you're black, a lot of times you go through similar shit that black people go through, and you have a certain type of spirit, just like with white people, just like with Asians, just like your race
we all have
connected to a lot of spiritual things.
We all have ether and shit, right? Is that what they call it?
Yeah,
ether?
so they're talking about race is important.
Yeah, I'd rather talk about shit like that.
You might low key, you getting cooked worse than like Trail be getting cooked. That's kind of, I ain't
really
gonna lie.
I'm really not. You're just
are.
dismissing everything I'm saying.
That's
what you do. It's fine.
The people saying hang up on you, like it's like every time
I can't see the comments for a reason. I don't care what the chat says. I genuinely don't care. I don't care what they say because they're all gonna just suck your dick. It's fine. But anyways, I would much rather talk about like other shit rather than just like the same perpetual topics about race. I get it. Like, you know what I'm saying? We can bring it up, but what are we gonna do to change it? Nothing. Historically, yeah, we have revolutionaries here and there.
Didn't you call me a pessimist earlier? That sounds real pessimistic of you.
I mean, it's realistic.
Oh, so now it's realistic.
I mean, what is Dr. Umar doing to help black people?
Who says he's the fucking leader of black people?
I think a lot of people would like to think that some of his talking points are very,
it's a very small portion of people that call Dr. Umar a leader of
very small portion.
Just because he won his last argument, that don't mean people fuck with Umar like that. Like, let's be real.
Isn't he trying to like build a school for like
for the last 15 years
one
that nobody
school
invested in,
like Delaware, like
that no one invested in.
Delaware,
they still don't have enough money for it. So clearly, people ain't fucking
somewhere up
like
there
that.
in Delaware, Massachusetts. Somewhere
MLK got a million motherfucking people to march for him. That school would have been built if MLK put his.
See, if I talk about MLK now, niggas gonna really cancel me, so I'm not gonna do it. It's fine.
I don't fuck with MLK all the way 100%.
MLK is not real.
I hope you don't say that.
I think their friend thinks I'm like Trell or some shit. Like, why the fuck would I even say that?
I ain't gonna lie.
You said, man,
like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you're a bot.
I ain't gonna lie. After hearing Trell talk with Bryce,
why would I say something like that?
I feel a little bit more confident in, like, if I was going into a debate with somebody. I don't want to disrespect you. You're my guy.
You're confident with Trell in a debate more than me?
I might rather go with Trell.
All right, bro. Yeah, you got it, bro. You got it. All right. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead. Matter of fact, your theme song could be the Ghetto Boys. I ain't gonna lie. Roll out the Ghetto Boys theme song for the debate, because I'll definitely watch that shit. Y'all niggas get cooked. The fuck? You and Trell? Nigga, Trell is like, bruh, nigga. You having Trell in an argument is like Kobe and Kwame Brown, nigga. I don't know what you expecting, but his shit ain't going nowhere.
I appreciate you for calling me Kobe.
Nigga got Ye over Moneybag, MC.
Yeah, like, musically you be getting cooked too. So it's like it's really like
nigga has Young Nudie on a top 50 list. You're not serious, bro.
I mean,
like, y'all both be getting cooked.
You love Jack Harlow. So.
I didn't put Jack Harlow.
That's who should have been in your top 10. That's the real crime in this shit. Where was Corday?
I was objective with my shit.
Where was Jack Harlow? This was your top 50 favorite, and you be capping.
Yeah, my favorite, but not the best. The fuck?
That wasn't the list.
To me, that wasn't. I went off the strength of their discography. Jack's discography isn't that strong.
Wardu. Who asked you to come up with the list? We did. Who came up with the list idea? We did. We asked for favorite. I actually
brought it up to Defran, and Defran told you. I actually brought it up.
But we asked for favorite. However it came up, we asked for the favorite, and we made that known that it was the favorite.
It's top 50 favorite, but I have being me. I have to put a criteria, because if it was my favorite, I would have put Yeats on that bitch. I would have put Destroy Lonely on that bitch.
Baby King.
I didn't put Baby Keem on that shit because I was going off the strength of their discography. I'm going off the strength of their discography.
I don't believe it.
There's a lot of other rappers that I listen to that have a way better discography than Jack Harlow, respectfully. Baby Keem, respectfully. Corday, respectfully, nigga.
I mean, you don't even have to say respectfully. That's just obvious.
Exactly. So if I'm putting only one criteria is your strength of your discography, and if I listen to you or how often I listen to you, that's it. That is all. I'm not putting.
Yeah, so he be getting cooked because we already knew you don't really like them niggas like that.
I do like them niggas.
That shit cap.
I don't have
Niggas
to.
ain't
I
even
don't
crack
have to.
your
I don't
top
have
50.
to be a fanboy and put them in the top 50 when they.
You be shitting on Lil Baby. Didn't he make your top 50?
Yeah, because I'm objective. That's the thing. The fuck.
Yeah.
You be getting
That's
cooked.
called being
You
objective.
You can't
be
deny
getting
it.
cooked,
You
bro.
can't deny it. Like you can't deny it. Like
That's called being objective. The fuck?
You be
Of course I
getting
put.
cooked, bro.
Then again, I put
Trail
21.
said I never get cooked, and definitely not by Bryce.
This nigga's the
Trail, you're a walking out.
And then Walk Like Kel says, "Get bro out the kitchen. He is not cooking."
This nigga
He
stupid.
said, "Nah, I critique different and Bryce too. They just killing you right now."
I guess. It's y'all
Damn,
pod,
boy,
I get it.
dude. It's everywhere you
I
go,
get it.
when the debates pop off, you just start getting cooked, man.
The Defranites are here to suck dick, bro. That's fine. It's cool, bro.
Everybody ain't a debater, man.
It's not a debate.
Like I ain't gonna lie, I feel like earlier I was cooking Equal Praise. He was trying to cook me, but I feel like I was cooking. You started bringing us some shit to deflect and do this and do that. But you know what I'm saying? When you in the back, when you in the, this is what I'm saying. When you a nigga who got opinions like certain people, especially with music, you talking about Kendrick and Smith, you kind of gotta be able to maneuver out of some shit. Because anytime you say Kendrick ain't got something, because I was saying it to Ben Butterfly went on top 50. I was like, can it really be that great if niggas ain't really listening to that shit? Like, is it like niggas say this is the greatest album of all time and all this bullshit? Like, nigga, I ain't listen to it. Because he said pretty much, he said Kendrick clears Drake. You know, when niggas say that, it's wartime. I gotta put on the bulletproof vest. I gotta put on the helmet. I gotta get the riot shield. I gotta
put out the owl light.
Yeah, I gotta put out the owl light. Like it's time to go. I gotta call the OVO Vengeance. Let's get it.
I guess we're living in 2015, not 2023. Niggas talking about cleared fucking Drake. It's not 2015, bro. Like,
all right, we done cooking Trail. We can get into the top 50 most streamed. I want to get your opinion on this, Bryce. What you think about these records, these songs that are the top? So these are top 50 most streamed hip hop albums on Spotify of all time. I want to get your prediction. And one of them is probably already automatically easy. Tell me, who do you think has the most albums? Name just 3 rappers you think have the most albums on this list.
Drake, and Drake.
That's funny.
No, Drake. And what's the years?
I mean, it started. Spotify started like 2012, but just like any, niggas got the albums on there.
I say Drake got. You said the most?
Yeah, the most.
Drake, Kanye, Lil Wayne. Oh, you said 2012? Not Lil Wayne.
It started 2011.
It was founded in 06, but it started 2012.
Yeah, Drake, Kanye, and then I get one more. Lil Uzi.
Yeah.
Lil Uzi. Oh shit. Oh, that's a surprise.
Salute.
You doing numbers?
Shout out to Lil Uzi.
Yeah, he do, okay. But you're off a little bit. So let's see.
I'm just going off like nigga need like 2 or 3.
So this is the list right here. XXXtentacion is number 1 all-time most streamed hip hop album with the question mark album. Then you got Scorpion. Then you got Views.
Oh, I misunderstood what you was asking. I thought you asked how many times they appeared on there.
Yeah, I'm talking about how many times. Who you think has the most appearances?
Oh, okay. My bad. Go ahead.
Juice
I would have
WRLD,
said Drake, Kanye,
Travis, X, Pop Smoke, Kendrick, Drake. Okay, you just look at it. I ain't about to name every fucking person. So obviously the most that's on here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That Macklemore album being top 25 is crazy.
6.
Uzi got 2.
7.
Uzi got 2, but like if you compare it to Eminem got
8.
at least 5.
So Drake has 8. Drake got 8. Eminem got 1.
He got like 4 or 5.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Kamikaze shit was trash.
So he got 6. Drake got 8, and I think the second most is Kanye, maybe.
Yeah, Kanye.
I would think.
Actually, I think it's Juice WRLD. Okay. So Kanye got 1, 2.
My little Uzi one wasn't that off then.
3. Yeah, him and Juice WRLD are tied.
But Juice WRLD died. It don't really count though.
Yeah, Uzi got 2.
Yeah, Eminem White. I was close.
Yeah. And J. Cole got 1. That is so that is surprising though. So no Wayne on this list. at all.
That at all is a little.
In the top 50. No way.
I mean, he's a mixtape guy, right?
No, Carter 5 was
Carter
recently
3,
though.
Carter 4, Carter 5. Like
He's the mixtape
even
rapper.
Tiger snuck in right here at the end at 50. There's no Wayne.
That album wasn't even that good too. That's crazy. That's
No
actually
Wayne.
crazy. That Igor shit was
No
ass.
Future.
Yeah, the Future
No
shit's
Future.
surprising.
Lil Tecca being there over Future is crazy.
We love you, Tecca.
Not even DS2.
Roddy Rich.
That
is
don't
up
make
here at
sense. I'm not gonna
33.
lie. Some of this don't make sense.
I think
This
it's
all on
it's the current
Spotify.
list, right? It's currently like right now, like as of right now. It
But this is
look
all
different.
time. It's all
That's what I'm saying.
time.
All time.
Oh, all
This is all
That don't
time.
make
This is
sense.
all time.
Oh, that's tough then.
But you gotta think some of these, like, it's like what I was telling Wardu with the Nelly shit, Nelly and Future. I was like, Future got a lot of big records, but how big are they? Like that
Albums,
song with
though.
Tecca. What's that song Tecca had that went crazy? The 2 Glocks and my whatever. What's the shit called? You know, Wardu,
Ransom.
the one that blew him up. Ransom. The thing is that song, and I'm not saying it does, but that song could have 2 billion streams, right? And
Yeah, I think it does.
make a majority of these numbers for him.
Yeah.
But that's
And
kind of
even-
what it is. Like
Yeah.
you'll have a couple albums on here that's like a couple big ass records, and that's what pushes them to be on the list. Like
How many
this.
of those does Nelly have though? 3?
Well, I was talking about Lil Tecca. You talking about Nelly?
Yeah, like a billion stream songs.
And
Oh, I don't know how many you got.
even
got
with
like-
Future,
Got like 2 or 3.
it makes sense.
But
why
Nelly
he not
got
on
songs
here.
like, but also Nelly got them songs that you hear that be like in movies and shit like that.
If you want to
and,
go
like,
to oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, they be in the
so
movies too.
that's
true.
why I feel like his shit was worth what it was worth, because his shit could be in movies, hot in here, like all shit like that.
Yeah,
That
that's
nigga
true.
is a soundtrack ass artist.
He really.
Over and over again.
If you
That
want to
sound
go
like
take
some-
a
Over and
ride
over
with me,
again. Or even like when the scene's starting, underlay, mama, like country grammar,
Fast
hot
and the
shit,
Furious.
like
oh.
the limo when the girl and the guy about to meet up or something. Air Force Ones when this is like Bow Wow movies. That's I hear Air Force Ones. Shake Your Tail Feather.
Bad
Maybe
Boys.
Pimp Juice on a weird party scene. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he got his
That
shit.
shit hilarious.
He got his shit.
Bro,
But
we
I was
really
thinking with
lost,
Future-
we really lost like the next generation of like the next niggas for like the whole decade. Like Juice, X, and Pop. That's crazy, bro.
I don't think so though, because like would
And they
they
all
have
in the
been
top
like
10.
X would have been he was popular. Like I don't see Pop Smoke being on this list if he didn't die. Not on this list.
I'm not gonna lie.
not
Even
this
if
high.
he would have held on to those songs when he was still alive, them shits would have still rang though.
Even with
Still.
I think he would have been on the
Those are
list, but I don't
really
think he would have been
good
that
songs.
high on the list.
Even with X, how
Yeah.
high y'all think he would have been? Like if he stayed alive, like he had a
I
huge fan
think
base.
that
but-
nigga would have been. Yeah,
No,
Drake had
the reason I grant
why?
him
He
that
had a
is
bunch of
because
hits?
he had the youth, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
What he
I
had
think
hits,
he was like he had
X
like
had
big,
hits,
big records.
X,
And it just
yeah,
it
Sad,
also
Moonlight.
depends. It also depends how his fans listen to music. Because as you see on here, every year NBA YoungBoy is like top 3 most streamed artists, but not on Spotify apparently, only on like YouTube and shit like that. So
Not an album artist.
also it depends on how people listen to his music. But X, I think it would have been on the list. His albums would have made the list. I just don't know where. I don't think they'd be number 1.
I think it'll be top 10. He was getting a lot of streams even before he died.
No, I'm just going off of like Pop Smoke. I think he could have maybe potentially been like a top dude. I'm just going off trajectory. Where do we think Pop Smoke, Juice WRLD, and X could have been? Like, do we
I think
that was
over
like the
time-
trio of that we had in our era?
Yeah, I think over time, Pop Smoke would have probably lasted the longest, or probably would have streamed the most over time, just because like that whole New York sound is like it's being acknowledged now. Like that whole New York sound and shit. Like I probably would have said either Pop Smoke or Juice. I think mostly Pop Smoke. Pop Smoke had New York on lock though. I ain't gonna lie.
I say
I
Juice
think
WRLD
Pop. I feel like he
probably
would have eventually fizzled out though, because I feel like that's like a thing. Unless he could have changed his sound eventually, but I feel like that he would have been stuck in that.
He kind of
sound,
did
man.
on that one album.
I mean, on the Shoot for the Moon, it don't feel like straight
Yeah.
New York shit. So yeah, he did do that.
What you
And
know
that's what I'm saying.
about love, like yeah.
I remember who I was talking about. I think I was talking about my wife. We were talking about Cali shit, and it was like, if you look at all the Cali people that really blew up, like they don't sound predominantly like when I think about Roddy Ricch, like I thought he was from Atlanta when I first heard Roddy Ricch.
Yeah,
And Kendrick Lamar, he got elements of West Coast shit, but it's not like super West Coasted out, like
yeah.
real regional type of shit.
Shout out to
Like, I'm
Tiger,
try-
bro.
Like what's a West Coast rapper that made it like crazy big recently that's super West Coast. Now, maybe YG.
Well, he
No,
ain't
YG not really new though.
He not
But I'm
that hot.
not saying new. I'm just mean like within like
Oh,
our
probably.
era
I guess.
of people.
I guess you could say Tyga, because like even his production was kind of like West Coast.
He don't
mostly.
feel West Coasty to me though.
Nah, he.
I mean, he makes party records. Like if you listen to his
Yeah,
big
that's what I'm saying.
records,
I'm
they're
talking
all,
about people who like sound real. Like even Nipsey on Victory Lap, they don't feel really West.
I think
He got
that's
elements
It has
of
its,
it.
that sounds
it,
more
no,
like
it has
West
its
Coast.
elements. But I'm talking about like straight up, like you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
sounding
The
like
whole-
okay, this is some. He lived here all his life. All he knows how to make music.
What
is
you
just
think?
like
Every
this.
beat got to be a DJ Mustard beat? The fuck?
Yeah, well, if you listen to YG, yeah,
Nah, not all his beats are like that. No.
majority.
And definitely not with Tyga either. I think that's probably like the Mount Rushmore. Honestly, it's Kendrick, YG, Tyga, and fucking like Nipsey probably.
Mount Rushmore of the new age or Mount
For
Rushmore?
like the new age, yeah. Like because obviously I'll put
You wouldn't
Tupac.
put Roddy Ricch over none of them.
Yeah, I'll probably put Roddy in there. I'll probably say like Roddy, YG, Tyga, and I guess Nip because he died. Yeah.
So you take Kendrick out.
I forgot about that nigga. He's so irrelevant. Kendrick, YG, Tyga, and Roddy. Yeah.
So what about Tyler the Creator?
He doesn't really sound West Coast to me either. That's actually true. Like, yeah, that's actually true. Like most of these West Coast niggas, they don't really sound like West Coast. Like they don't sound like RJ.
The ones that get to cross over and be like superstars.
Like Ty Dolla $ign don't even sound like a West Coast nigga for real. And he's a singer kind of too. So
yeah, and that's my thing. NJ, like he said, well, you have to consider majority of people listening to stuff for kids. I feel like you can make a hit, and if the kids embrace it, cool. But I still don't recognize it as this necessarily a hit. Like, body like yeah, kids love it, but all right, those putting that is that gonna be playing in a hip hop club? Probably not.
That's
but adults,
yes,
probably not.
Yes.
What in a hip hop African club?
Hip hop club.
Maybe in an African club, but not in a black club. Like that shit not getting. I mean, maybe a bitch is twerking, but it's not gonna be in that same TikTok vein.
What
happened
like that to the Unity, Bryce?
What
happened to the Unity, Bryce?
No, because y'all dance more. Like y'all actually dance in y'all club. That's the only thing I mean by that.
That record in any club, bro.
Yeah, that's not true.
It could be a white boy.
I highly doubt Lil Uzi getting play. Yeah, just want to rock. Lil Uzi getting played in Houston clubs.
Well, I don't think you've been outside enough, my guy.
But I ain't been outside since that song.
I ain't gonna lie. I feel like they playing that record
in the clubs.
Yeah, they would. They remix that shit.
They want to try to make people move. So niggas, I think people moving to that.
I think DJ will lose the fuck out of a crowd of black adult. I'm talking about y'all missing my point. Like if it's a bunch of young people in there, I get it. I'm talking.
What is young? What's young?
20.
It's not 16, nigga. It's not 16.
I'm talking about like 22, 23, 24 and below. They'll. I just want to.
Yeah, around there, a little collegey maybe for sure, because they college people kind of be on some ravey shit a little bit, so I can understand that. I'm talking about adults. Like if you can have a hit where young people fuck with, but I feel like if adults start embracing and stuff like that, that'd be like where I'd be feeling like you can be like a Drake, you could be like a Kendrick, you can be like a J. Cole. That's what I'm saying. Because like X. I know he had the young people. I don't know if he was gonna be able to touch other like demographics. Juice WRLD, I think he had a little talent where he probably could have, and like Pop Smoke, like he was already kind of doing that because people knew about Pop Smoke shit. Like Pop shit.
You don't think Cordae can do it?
No,
he don't make big enough music.
I don't know what you're.
He don't make big enough music.
I definitely think X could.
Bryce, you could scoot over, son.
I definitely think X
could you off the damn camera.
Pop Smoke definitely could. He had the whole sound on lock. He had the whole entire sound on lock in New York. I definitely think Pop Smoke could have done that. And as far as like Juice WRLD, I don't know. I think that's like he's just so talented to where I guess if you get the right features and shit like that, yeah, he probably could pull it off. But X and Pop for sure, I think they could have translated to multiple demographics, not just the young niggas, especially X, which is a special case because it was more so about like his personality, not just his music, but it was like the personality, like him as a person, kind of like.
That's why I think he wouldn't have translated well with adults as well. I think his style of music was a little different from hip hop, and that's why we gotta talk about the Uzi album before we get off here. We don't have to be long, but I think style of music, the style of music. is a little different, so I don't think adults will fuck with it. So I don't know. X a little different, and I know personality wise, people like black hip hop traditional people not fucking with him. He was weird. He was
So are you?
versatile.
Let me ask you this: Are you surprised that Scorpion is Drake's highest streamed album?
It ain't views on Spotify is Scorpion, but I think his highest shit is views.
There's,
Well, yeah,
there's
that's
5
this
number
is
ones
strictly,
on
this is strictly
Scorpion.
Spotify. This strictly
There's
Spotify.
5 number ones
Let
on
me look at
Scorpion. There's a
Scorpion.
Jay-Z feature. There's a Michael Jackson feature. Jay-Z feature. There's 5 number ones. Like, why would it not be? I think it has the most. I think it has more songs on there than views too.
I just want to look at it musically. Does it make sense?
And then we all know how important having more songs on an album does as far as streams go. How important that is.
In My Feelings, Sandra's Rose, Nice for What, Elevate, Survival, I'm Upset, Emotionless, Jaded, Ratchet Happy Birthday. I don't think that got
How many streams did that Michael Jackson shit get?
463 million.
Damn.
So I got the numbers. I got the numbers pulled up for Scorpion.
I can see it doing that.
That's number 2. Damn.
Why your camera went blurry?
Damn cat.
Let me see. Let me add this.
Didn't Scorpion do like $1 million first week or damn near that?
That was views.
Didn't Scorpion do
Scorpion
like
did like
800?
Like 700. It's like 750.
Oh, 7? Yeah. That's crazy. That boy different.
2018.
So this is numbers for Scorpion. You got 116 million. Nonstop got 900 million. God's Plan got 2.2 billion. Okay, God's Plan 2 billion. That's crazy. Everything pretty much got over 100 million. I'm Upset got 400 million. 8 out of 10 got 100. Mob Ties got 347. Can't Take a Joke 197. 114.
Yeah, I mean,
the Jay-Z record got the least amount of streams as far as the rap shit, except for this Is There More shit. That's the least.
I think Is There More shit was the best shit too. That's crazy.
And if I'm being honest, like, we looking at the Drake like run, it's in the middle of him being like at the top of his run. Like, I mean, we don't know when he gonna fall, but like it was Views, More Life, and then Scorpion. It's like that was like obviously Take Care and Nothing Was the Same was like hard. Even the shit before that Thank Me Later, that shit was hard, but like he was still rising up to his peak. Like when he dropped that shit, he was at his mega peak. Like, yeah, I don't know. I said he's still pretty high up there, but I could see why that shit did that high.
Rest in peace, X, bro.
This got three. This got three songs over $1 billion on it. Nice for What.
I think there's 5 numbers.
What's the song?
Yeah.
In My Feelings.
Nonstop.
No, Nonstop ain't hit $1 billion. It almost did though. Nice for What.
Oh,
Nice for What.
But In My Feelings.
Nonstop is at 990 million now. So he killing shit.
That's almost basically $1 billion. Yeah. Those are all number
Drake
ones.
To go, man. It's like it's he to go. That's all. I don't even argue with niggas.
But
like,
Kendrick,
at the end of the day, we could do like, who makes the best conceptual albums and all that type of shit. But the point is to get people to listen to your music.
K-Dot.
If people ain't listen to your music, that's the goal. That's the game. Just like with this podcast shit. If niggas ain't listen to you talk, we can say we can talk shit about Sneako and be like, his opinions aren't whatever, but who getting the views? Who's getting the people to watch? Like whatever tactics are. No, but I'm saying more. I'm talking about the point is to get the most listeners. Who's getting the most listeners? And when you talk about To Pimp a Butterfly, is that his most, or is it like no replay value?
Because some people probably say your statement a little nasty just because it's like, well, he's spiritual and it ain't about the masses. But I would say this is like, at one point we did see Kendrick have like music that's like widely accepted that everybody can gravitate to. And it seemed like he fell from that standard. So even then, it's like he still ain't like with To Pimp a Butterfly, as much as people want to guess it, like you could clearly see it's not at that level that he has before.
And my thing is, that's not even to discredit Kendrick. I'm talking about that specific album. If a nigga was to tell me like, no, I'll take Damn over whatever, I'd be like, I'll listen to you.
Even the last album though, it's like we know people not fucking with that as much as we bumped to Good.
It's arguably his worst album.
We know we not listening to it like Good Kid, Mad City. So it's like even when we compare it to himself, he not doing as good because it's like he too focused on I don't care how people take it. And it's like, I don't think that's like, I get like people want to do that with the artistic shit, but it's like, bro, you was doing a mix of both well. Like,
It was like, damn, that's why I like Damn. I feel like Damn's my favorite album. It's like, I don't know.
We gonna fuck up the world, excuse me, but is that your girl?
Yeah, no, thank you. And also, it's like I said, like these older guys getting around some of these young guys. It's like, nah, get away from Baby Keem, like Drake, get away from Lil Yachty. Like, I gotta see who is J. Cole hanging around.
Nobody.
That's why J. Cole is still pure.
And then we don't be calling
out the GOAT.
We don't be calling out niggas for that bullshit. Even with Kendrick's like, I want to make music for my own sound. It's like, we'll get it. You have the deep shit that people always look to you for the deep shit. Like, nobody ever was like, Kendrick, damn, bro, your ass always got nothing but shallow music. Like, that's not why we looked at Kendrick. And then even on that same new album that just came out, Big Steppers, he got shit that's like, poppy. Like it's like, but it's still not even at the level, because like what I was gonna initially say, it's not even at the quality and production and like the creativity of how good and the skits and shit was put together with Good Kid, or how the skits was put together with Section 80, or how even you like Damn. So it's like, even with To Pimp a Butterfly, like I feel like shit was better with like some of the skits, like if I'm being honest. But
yeah,
it's just like
more sense.
This last album just.
And let me say this about To Pimp a Butterfly, because NJ said, "Why don't you like To Pimp a Butterfly?" One, I just don't feel like it has too much replay value. I'm not big on it. And the only thing about if you watch me, if I really go hard on something, it's only really because I feel like niggas is gassing it too much. Like, all right, I gotta put the fire out. Y'all throwing the flame on. Y'all got the gas going. Like, it's too much. Same. Like, I ain't really got too many problems with NBA young boys. It's like, all right, now y'all niggas gassing a little too much.
GOAT, nigga. It's the next Lil Wayne. Stop it.
Like, I was watching the white boys that Ward will be sharing in the group chat, or he be sharing like their page, the NFR niggas, and they was talking about Kendrick versus J. Cole, and they said, it's not even the question. Because To Pimp a Butterfly, like, hold on, nigga. So what? Because of To Pimp a, like, if a nigga was to say because of Damn or because of Good Kid, I'd be like, all right, okay, I can see your argument. But when they first thing for Kendrick is To Pimp a Butterfly, I'm like, I'm not rolling.
Bro, it won a Pulitzer Prize, bro. It won a Pulitzer
Prize. It was Damn that won the Pulitzer Prize, right?
I thought it was To Pimp a Butterfly. Because wasn't that before Trump got elected or some shit, and they were making it a big deal? Like, oh my God, this is
Trail,
so
okay, maybe Trail wants his credit. I share them. Maybe whoever shared them white boys in the chat.
Yeah, it's definitely Trail. It feels some white boys.
That's how I look at it. It was Damn that won a Pulitzer. So like, why is that not his most critically acclaimed? And like, bro, I be seeing lists where they got To Pimp a Butterfly over like My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. I'm like, huh?
Okay, no. Okay, what? That's what we're not gonna do. Okay, bro.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I got like, all right, yeah, I think, all right, who's running these things?
And what song specifically are you playing though? Are you playing All Right? You playing King Kunta? Are you playing I? Like, realistic? You casually playing that in the car? You casually, like, where can you actually play that? Just like
that's where my argument goes. Like, I feel like replay value does mean something, at least for when I'm looking at an album.
That means a lot for me. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, because I feel like one of the reasons I love Lauryn Hill project so much is because of the concepts and stuff she talk about, and I feel like it's a classic project, and I think it got a lot of wisdom in it. But the replay value is there.
That was like, because there could be a song like Kendrick, we're talking about pro black and all that shit, but it could just have replay value. At least, like, you still have replay value. So like, it ain't like those type of albums. Like, no, I never listen to that type of album. It's like, at least make the music,
So what would Kendrick have to do, like, to make sure he has more replay value on his next album, but still be conscious?
Just drop a solid good album. Get in there with Dr. Dre again. Honestly, like, go back to
so it was just the production.
Yeah, but try to make the best. Like, when he was making his best songs, I think all that shit came out of him naturally, because it's a gift. Like, you ain't gotta sit down and try to force it. If you heard him freestyle, that shit just flows out of him. Like, I used to be a big Kendrick fan, so I think when he focused on that production, I say the same thing about J. Cole. We get on other people's shit, it bring out the best of him. When he's really focused on the production of that music, all that deep shit gonna come out. Because that's what, honestly, that's what music is. Like the beats, the sounds, it brings out that vibe in you. It brings out that spirit in you to talk about these things. So I really think if we really talk about the music, that's what you do. And I get it with the King Cool. Like, we're gonna be real in house music affects spiritually. The drums and all that shit on To Pimp a Butterfly is like, those are all tribal shit, and that maybe that's what brought that out of him. Like, I get it if that's what this excuse is. But I've heard all that deep shit when you make like regular good sounding music as well, like and Damn and Good Kid. So I don't know, man.
Like Rolling Stones top 200 albums, they got it at number 5 overall.
That's nuts.
And the only albums that are better than it are Public Enemy, It Takes a Nation, Jay-Z, The Blueprint, Outkast, Stankonia, and
y'all niggas be gassing that.
Notorious
B.I.G.
Bored. They ruined it.
Y'all be gassing the fuck out of Outkast, my nigga. I love Outkast. They're historic. They are not better than the Migos. I'm just fucking sorry, bro. We got to stop doing that.
I don't know about that.
They're not touching them.
I don't know about
they
that.
They cannot lace the Migos boots in a verse.
No, I ain't gonna lie. When Water was breaking it down, talking about at least on some verses type shit,
you can't even dispute that. The fuck?
Well, the thing is, music and the production.
The thing, so clean. Like, I get it, bro. Like, I get it.
No, that shit hard. None of that shit really
they're not
cheesy, if I'm being honest. But the thing about that quantity, they don't have the quantity as Amigos. So that's really the only argument. But if you're talking about the quality of music, stop it. Migos don't understand that. Stop it.
I don't think you can name more than 10 Outkast songs.
And that's fine.
Is the quality that
yes.
much?
When we talking about Migos, yes.
But if you're saying they have like 6 songs,
okay, what
that'll go crazy. I'm talking about like hit records. And they beat Migos with Miss Jackson. They beat them with National President. They beat them with Roses. They beat them with Say Ya. They beat them with this. They beat them 6-0. You got 14. You got 14 more records you got to play that a lot of people are gonna know.
So in the criteria of like we talking about, what would you maybe thoroughly enjoy? Because obviously they got more music. Yeah, you'll go to them, but I don't think they were playing by them rules. It's like it's just like in it's just different eras. Like
and they're getting washed.
Hold on. You just keep saying stuff. It's hard to even hear you. But even with like say that they was in this era, and they quality and things like that was like they was a part of that. I would take Outkast. They're more creative. Their production is 10 times better. Like when we talk about music, like longevity, like Migos shit, like that's cool with rap.
I am for real.
All type of people fuck with Outkast.
Come on.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
I don't know. You said that like you was trying to. That was a good record. I don't know why you tried to play that like that was the trash shit.
It's a great record for the early 2000s. It's a great record.
Bad and Bougie, my nigga. Bad and Bougie. That's the most microwave shit.
Bad and Bougie is microwave.
Yes, Versace.
Okay, Versace. I'll agree. Bad and Bougie.
Well, you played that bitch in verses. That shit kept going.
That's what I'm saying. In a verses, like that's not even.
No, that shit got washed in the verses.
It's not even a conversation, bro. Come on.
Yeah, I was being sarcastic when I was saying that.
I'm only saying, and bro, just like discography wise, you can't name another group that has more hits in hip hop.
That's cool because of quantity, but other groups wasn't playing like that.
But there's still great songs. There's still great hits.
But that's not the point.
They're not like they're just like a B-side or C-side.
No, and they're not the level of how great you're trying to slow down on the great. They're good songs. When we talk about top 100 songs of all time, top 200 songs of all time, Migos, Bad and Bougie,
from a
Versace, they should like the highs of Outkast is so much higher than the Migos. Like, they have the quantity. But the quality of Outkast is no other. Like, stop it. Like, stop it. I would take Bone. Like, when we talk about quality of music, I take a Bone Thugs and Harmony for just Crossroads over the fucking Migos. And I'm just talking about how
songs
put together that song is. And I said one song.
I think y'all having two different conversations. Bryce is having a conversation. I think Warder's having like a versus type conversation. Bryce talking about like these 5 records. So Bryce pretty much saying they could probably win the verses because of quantity, but these 5 records are way more impactful than those 20 records.
Rank them. It wouldn't even stand a chance. And they because like 2-3 of their songs was worth 5 of Migos songs. How I look at it. So yeah, they'll win in the verses because you only can do one for one. Like when we talk about the quality of an Outkast song, stop it. The work and it's a reason they ain't even put out that much work because the quality is so different. Like when you see, like Drake is an anomaly. Like I salute Migos, I salute Future to a degree, but Drake is an anomaly because I feel like the quality be so like no misses. Like it's been some shit with Future on the I like, all right, bro, what we doing?
That wasn't his song.
But I was just saying, like with Drake, he does have a lot of quality, but the production seems to stay there more often than a lot of other people. Even Lil Wayne, I love a lot of his new mixtapes, dedication 6, all that. There's some shit on there that like it's just all right. There's some quality shit on there,
Yeah.
and then there's some quality shit. Like so, it just is what it is.
So pretty much what you're arguing is if we were to make if you were to make a top 100 songs in hip hop list, there would probably be more Outkast records than Migo records. You're talking about top 100 rap songs of all time.
Yeah, essentially.
I'm not
Especially if we
that.
talk
Of course
about
niggas gonna do that.
I think
honestly,
I think people like even it's art. I think some people put M-Ball. I always get tongue twisted. Juicy J people.
A-Ball and MJG.
Yeah. I always get I always get tongue twisted. UGK for people in the South. Like when you talk about eras, like these groups are super impactful. They got
the Migos from 2011 to now.
And think like I'm
they have the longevity, they have the hits, they have the influence, like, and they're in the South. Like they literally influenced a whole new generation of rappers from the South. Probably, arguably more
not
so
in a great way though. I'm not thrilled by the people they influenced. So when you say
not
stuff
in
like
a
that, it's
great
like
way.
cool.
What?
Yeah, it's like, oh, they influence people to be more microwavy. Cool. Oh,
I guess.
Oh, thanks.
Niggas were literally copying. There was the Migos flow, the triplet flow. I mentioned
none of that. Have you not seen Snoop
all of
and
these
Nipsey?
young rappers were
Did you not see
copying
the Snoop and
Takeoff's flow,
Nipsey?
bro?
Did you not see the Snoop? He was like, no disrespect to Migos, but none of that. I'm tired of it. Yeah, they influenced a bunch of people that's irrelevant to hip hop in the long term.
He's an old head. Why? Of course. Why wouldn't he say that? He's
but Snoop still can make quality sounding music. Snoop was in the 2000s making quality sounding music.
Of course he's
Snoop,
yeah,
Snoop
man.
was making music.
That old shit. Them Outkast niggas here, man. That was real music, bro.
But the thing about Snoop is he was able to create great music in his generation for people that loved him. He was able to create great music in my generation with the song with Pharrell and many other different songs that he had in my era. So he knows what good music sound like. So let's not like when I put Snoop in my top 50, it's because I'm not about to go listen to no albums. It's maybe it's 3 or 4 or 5 songs, but let's not get it twisted. Snoop been making hits for a long time, like for almost 20 years. When you talk about his
Snoop
range.
has longevity,
so
just like
he know what good music sound like. So don't discredit him when he say, "Oh, he an old nigga."
No,
but I'm pretty sure he fuck with Drake. I'm pretty sure he fuck with Nipsey. I'm pretty sure he fuck with a lot of young niggas.
I put him in my top 50. He was what? I put him top 25.
Yeah.
I fuck with Snoop, but we're not gonna sit here and act like, oh, he's not being biased at all by saying Outkast isn't or we not gonna better than the Migos.
So you right, but we not
like, come on, bro.
Like, you right, but we also not gonna act like he ain't got no point that's valid that shit is tired. And it is an element to
it's tired because they made it popular and other niggas started to use it. Therefore, it got overused and oversaturated. Of course.
Yeah. Microwave.
That's why I see.
I don't think I don't even think it's because everybody else uses it. I think I feel like that moment could have got tired on its own if nobody else did it. Like you could get tired of that sound. Just like niggas already tired of the baby. I don't know anybody else who else like the baby.
Niggas been tired of they just started doing that after the what's it called, the Rolling Loud shit. They just
and even you saying like the longevity for the Migos. Think about After Culture. Like they might have a couple hit records on these next albums, but a lot of niggas say like, oh, these niggas falling off every time they drop an album. Culture 2 is trash.
But they always end up with a hit. They always end up with a certified hit.
But you got like look at those hits. Like let's be calm. Like Walking Like I Talk It,
Stir Fry, hit, Motorsport hit.
Like,
you could say it's lame, but they're still fucking hits. At the end of the day, they're hits. Niggas saying they fell off, but they still pump out hits every single year.
But them hits ain't
every
like Outkast.
Outkast got 5 songs for their whole career. I don't want to hear shit about Outkast, please. Please
Hey,
miss
See, I
me
then
with
they
think,
that.
got-
Outkast.
I think that the
I'm tired of
conversation
this
makes
tired
sense.
ass Outkast.
If you talk about
shit,
the
bro. Like,
quality of the hit records, the quality of them.
oh my god, like the UGK, the Players Anthem, like
Hey,
Fresh
You don't think
and
International Players
Clean.
Anthem alone is
Like,
way?
yo,
I don't. I like them. I love
I
Migos.
get it,
But
bro.
there ain't not one song better than International Players Anthem.
Niggas
Not
acting
one.
like those 5 songs are like the 2016 Cleveland Cavs ring, my nigga. The fuck? Yes, we know they're classic songs. They're great songs, but at the end of the day, they are 5.
And then hey, I gotta add this into the
Only
to
5,
the context. I gotta add this into the context. With verses, a lot of times they do people that they wrote for and shit like that. When we talk about these artists, let's say if you gonna put Outkast in the verses, they get to play their solo shit too, along with their group shit.
You would have to.
They got a
You
lot of
better.
solo features. They got a lot of solo songs too. So not a lot of solo songs. But
Yeah,
they got a
Quavo
lot.
does too, and Offset does too.
And nobody's
Okay.
playing a fucking solo, any
Right.
of them.
Okay,
Nigga,
so
shut the
what
fuck
you
up.
say,
Shut the
Yeah,
fuck up.
yeah.
Shut
Yeah,
the
you
why you
fuck
brought
up.
that up.
better play
This
that
nigga
shit.
said solo
You better
Offset.
play
why
that
you-
big
I don't know
boy.
why
Where's
you
the
brought
solo
that up.
Offset hit, nigga? That
Doing with
Cardi
Cardi
B
B.
wasn't on. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, you better play that shit, nigga.
You're
said,
childish people saying that.
I'll be surprised if you can fumble out 10
So-
songs out of
so-
that shit.
I take
Bro.
Deuces feature over any Offset solo shit, any Quavo
Deuces
solo shit.
feature.
Yep,
Oh my god. Bro.
Yep. I bet it
If I
watched it.
start naming
I bet it
Migos
watched
songs now,
I bet it watched it.
So
No,
if
I said
start
solo shit. I said solo shit. I bet I watched it.
only talking solo shit. I mean,
Yeah, I said Deuces because only Andre 3000 on Deuces.
Is this the third conversation Wordle getting cooked in again?
Yes.
Like back to back to
Yes.
back?
I think you just
pick
want.
a
Yeah, I think you
Quavo,
just
pick a
think I'm
Quavo
getting
solo
cooked.
song.
I'm really not. I'm really
Nigga, that shit
not.
gonna get watched. Nigga, play Andre
Bando
3000 verse. Nigga.
hits, handsome and wealthy hits.
Boring.
One time
Microwave.
hits. Need it. Hits. Hannah
That's the sound of
Montana.
a microwave, nigga.
Hits.
Mm.
Fight night.
Beep, beep,
Hits.
beep, beep.
Versace. Hits.
Sound of a
Bad
microwave,
and
nigga.
bougie, nigga.
Microwave,
Hits.
nigga.
What are you talking about, bruh?
Put that shit in the
Keep
microwave, nigga.
going, bruh.
Put that shit in the microwave,
So
nigga.
fresh and so clean, nigga. Niggas don't know how to wash their bathroom so fresh and so clean, nigga. What the fuck? Fuck out of here, bro.
And they say, I gotta
Like, where
hit.
am I playing this, bro? Where am I playing? I'm only playing this in like them old school barber shops with all the old heads in it. That's the only time I'm playing that song. I'm casually playing that song, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Like, it's cool. The Outkast, they're legendary. Cool. That's cute. Cool. But like,
You know what's
let's stop
crazy?
doing all this.
You know
Man,
what's
5
crazy?
songs is worth their whole careers. Like 5 songs. Like, no, nigga. Like, we're not
You know what's crazy? Outkast music lasted for like 5 to 10 years after they created it. Yeah. Listen to me. Migos shit already dying out, and then shit they still in their
It's
prime. Like
not.
after Outkast prime, and they was not even making music like that. They shit still was hitting. Migos is still making music, and we already talking about they shit not being replayable. You still playing Walk It Like You Talk It?
Yes.
Oh shit! You play that around bitches?
I mean, yes. What the fuck? Yeah, way before Outkast. Hello.
You might got
What?
You might got me on that one.
I'm playing Migos way before fucking Outkast.
You might got me on that one.
You're
You
not
might got
serious,
me on
bro.
that one.
Like, come on, bro. You
got
from
me
the
on that
South, bro. Are you playing Outkast over the
I walked
Migos?
into that one. I ain't gonna lie.
Come on, bro.
I walked into that one. I can see a bitch talking to that one.
Come on, bro. Play so fresh and so clean. Like,
now it has its purpose. Don't get it twisted.
it has its purpose in the
Yeah.
barbershop.
Bringing bitches. No, I'm talking about Migos. I was like, he got his purpose. I can't hate on
Yeah,
that.
it has a purpose in a lot of different places, bro. It's the Migos, nigga.
But yeah, it's still microwave though.
It's not microwave, bro. How is it microwave when they've had a 13-year career together, bro? 13. How long have Outkast been out? For 3 years? 2 years? Come
All
on,
right,
bro.
man. All right, let's move on. This man don't know what he's talking about.
I do. More hits, more longevity, more influence. Tough. Take the L out.
Nigga, Andre 3000 can act. Nigga,
Migos the greatest shit. Greatest
nigga,
group
Big
in the
Boy
world.
can act. Get the fuck out of here. These niggas is 10 times greater.
Are we talking about acting? Or
No, we
moving?
talking about groups.
We
nigga.
moving the
we talking
goalposts,
about
but
groups,
I'm losing
nigga.
the debate, the friend. Okay,
We
I
talking
guess,
about groups.
brother.
Outkast shit
I
on them
guess.
as a group.
As a group, no, they're not, bro.
Yes, bro. Yes, bro.
When I think of a
Do
group,
the
I think
Migos
of
got
the
a
Migos.
diamond album?
Yeah, it's fucking nostalgia. Fuck.
You ain't like it wasn't selling. Okay.
It came out in 2001, DeFran. Obviously,
When did
Okay,
it go
that's
diamond,
fine.
though?
That's fine. That's fine.
Obviously,
Do you
it's
okay?
nigga.
Do you think? How long do you think it'll take for Culture to be diamond?
And I'm not even saying that those aren't great songs. Those are phenomenal songs.
How
Those are
long do you
some
think
of the
it'll take
greatest songs
Culture to
ever,
go
bro.
diamond?
I don't know, nigga, but I'm not talking about albums. I'm talking about hit songs. I never brought up albums, nigga. I'm talking about hit songs, nigga.
But that's a
Talking
part of
about hit
their. That's a
songs,
part of
bro.
their group. That's a part of their legacy. That's a part of their statistics.
When I think of a group, in my head, I picture Offset, Quavo, and Takeoff. Rest in peace, bro. Facts. Facts.
They're a good group.
Facts can pump fake all he wants on the solo album. I don't care, bro. We know we're not doing a solo album. This nigga lying to his fans constantly about music, bro. That nigga's not real. He don't love y'all. He don't love y'all, man.
I respect them, but them and Ray Sherman, same boat.
I could argue Ray Sherman over Outkast. Actually, I wouldn't even call them a group. I'll call them a duo. They're like a duo to me. They're not like a good group.
You ain't got no type.
Well, nigga, didn't you put them in your top 50? Y'all put them in the. Didn't y'all put them in the top 50? What are you talking about?
Who is y'all?
I didn't say there's nothing wrong with them.
Yeah, DeFran, you put them in the top 50. Exactly, man. Talking about.
I didn't say that was wrong with them.
Your silence is deafening. All right, go to sleep. All right.
I just want to know, DeFran, you make it big. You get millions of subs. You got the nicest cars.
Here goes some bullshit.
Uh-oh.
You loving your life, right?
Loving my life.
You going to the all-white party.
Hell yes, I'm going to the all-white party. You crazy? I'm talking about white brother. I said, nigga, I need to get invited to that motherfucker. Shit.
Party,
hell yeah, I'm going to Michael Rufus all-white party. Nigga, you see what the fuckers have been there?
So predictable.
Nigga, everybody was in there. This Kevin Hart, Tom Brady.
Like,
nigga, what? Hell
moon
yeah.
landing don't
They
matter.
do a blood sacrifice at the end.
Man,
Oh, God.
Yeah, everybody got to drink blood at the end. That's why they wear white.
Warder wants to be a rapper. He would go to the all-white party if they invited him. Don't let him fool you. Do not let him fool you.
It's Warder's world.
First nigga there. This is Warder. He gonna be at that motherfucker performing. This is Warder's theme song.
I'm in the house, nigga. The fuck? I don't have to do that. I didn't see Kyrie Irving there. I saw KD in that bitch. I didn't see Kyrie there. You know, he has his priorities straight. Exactly. I don't have to be there.
If they invited you, you would be right there.
Nigga, I'm not running to a fucking ritual, whatever the fuck that is, bro. A nigga's wearing all white, out of all colors, all white, bro. Come on, bro. Like, what are we
CJ Stroud gonna be the next one up, though.
Come on, bro. I'm woke, bro. I'm not.
He gonna throw 50 touchdowns his rookie year. I ain't see Bryce from Alabama. Now I seen CJ Stroud. I think I know who's gonna be rookie of the year. If I'm gonna put my bets on anything, that's all I'm gonna say.
I seen McMillan there, obviously. I seen KD, Devin Booker in that bitch.
D Mill about to sell $200K plus. I know that much.
No, he's not.
Hey, if he at that if he at that all white party,
he goes to all white party every. He goes to all white party every year.
He goes there every year.
He goes every year. He's on 95,000 last time. Shut the fuck up.
That expensive pen wasn't so expensive. I ain't gonna lie.
Yes.
That's funny as fuck. He say, nigga, he been there every year.
He the damn host with Michael Rubin.
It's like the Hall of Fame, nigga. You like on the list, like at the bottom. Like you on the list to get inducted, but you might not get inducted. Like you on the nominees list.
Yeah,
so
that's crazy.
He just waiting on his chance to get inducted to the. Oh yeah, I'm about to be a megastar.
So y'all wouldn't. So if y'all were like, y'all wouldn't go to shit like that. Like you wouldn't go to the Rock Nation. You wouldn't go to the Rock Nation brunch. You wouldn't go to Clyde Davis's Grammy party. You wouldn't go.
I know for a fact Jay-Z is satanic. I don't know if I'm fucking with Jay-Z.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. Yeah, I'm just like, come on, bro.
I don't know if I'm fucking with Jay-Z. I don't know if I want that meeting with Jay-Z.
That nigga said Clive Davis. If I'm not going to Jay-Z shit, why would I go to Clive Davis?
I'm just naming the industry. I'm just naming industry.
That's nasty.
I don't know, man. I'm scared of Hollywood.
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
I feel like that's a white neighborhood that's rich, and I don't belong in it.
I'd be like, damn, I'm in this bitch. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's like this ain't over here. I ain't supposed to be over here.
I'd be looking like a deer in the headlights. Like, what the fuck am I doing here?
Well, I'll report back to y'all. Hey, that bitch was crazy, nigga. She was there. Kim K was going crazy at the bar, nigga. Kevin Hart was with the. Hey, that KD was over here doing like. OBJ was right there. It was crazy. Nigga, you're going crazy.
I think they
here.
signed some shit where they can't really talk about what goes on. I think they take your phone too.
Nigga, it's
That's
called
fine.
fame.
I got my brain, nigga. I got my brain. I'm gonna come right back.
You
Hey,
got
man,
your
it was
brain. Oh my god, this nigga about to
crazy.
come back lying like crazy.
Hey man, it was
You gonna come back
crazy.
lying.
K Hart was doing a keg stand. This person was. I mean, like I have nickname. Yeah, K Hart. Me and K Hart was talking. We was chopping it up. Shit, hell yeah. I was talking to my wife about the other day. I had to get to the white party. That's the damn. That's where the criminal. They had Tom Brady. That motherfucker. Oh yeah. Okay. This is
Bryce, you can't trust this nigga, man.
They had
You
him.
can't
They had
trust
him.
this
They
nigga,
had my boy.
man.
They had Mbappe. Like, come on.
He talking
They-
crazy, Bryce.
They
You
done
know
flew
he's
Mbappe
spiritual,
over
man.
from France. Ah, they niggas crazy.
That's crazy, man.
I ain't gonna lie, it do like it's nothing but black people that bitch saw.
Bro,
They
I think,
parading
like I
around
said, Wardu wants to be an artist. If Wardu actually became famous, like really famous, he gonna go to the Grammys. He gonna go to the BT Awards. He gonna go to all this shit.
That's
He's full
because
of
my
shit.
label will probably want me to do
Exactly,
that.
he's full of shit. If your label,
Oh,
he's
I
full of
don't
shit.
want to go. It's my
Joe Budden
label
shit.
making me
He's full
go.
of shit.
I'll be on some Joe Budden shit. Like I'll go this one time, but I'm not going again. Fuck y'all niggas, man. Like, I don't give a fuck. I'm inside the crib, bro. Like the fuck. I got everything I need in my crib. I don't need that. I'll do my little podcast.
Nah, I know you
feel me?
thirsty. It's gonna
He's
be some
full of
African chick you
shit.
want to get
Bro,
at.
I'm not fiending
And she
for
gonna be
that,
she,
bro.
you know she gonna be at the show. You gonna want to
not
be her
fiending.
lap dog, so you gonna go to the party.
Who you talking about? For who?
It's gonna be some African chick you might get to meet the.
Bro, I promise you I don't want to see Thames, bro. I don't care, bro. Like I don't want to see Thames.
You're crazy
Like,
as hell.
Thames is not doing nothing for me.
If you
bro.
were famous, and
if
you
I was
felt
famous,
and you was in proximity, you had a chance to be in proximity to Thames. When I mean proximity, I mean get at her. You ain't
bro,
you.
what
You ain't
does
going to
that
the
do
party?
for me though? What does that do for me though? Like what does that do for me though?
Nigga,
If
Jack
I'm
Harlow. Jack Harlow is
you
there.
ultra
You
rich.
going with
Nigga,
Jack
I
Harlow,
see you
nigga.
on Twitter being subtle.
He comment on every African chick. He
Sucking
there.
on the nipple of the woman. all on Twitter all damn day. Nigga, I don't want to hear that
That's
shit.
not true, bro. It's not true, man. It's
You so
different, though.
beautiful, lady.
That's
Happy
different,
birthday,
though.
girl.
That's different,
You
though.
got all the best wishes to women. I don't never see you be doing that to
He sent a
Nigerian
million.
men.
He sent a million best wishes a day. A million of them every day. Best wishes, sweet.
But you just trying to just give them confidence.
Yeah, I'll be giving them confidence.
Bitch, you be shooting your shot, nigga. Stop it.
Yeah, bro.
I'm the inspirational guy. Get the fuck out of here.
Nigga, if I was famous, I would be in the crib. I don't gotta do all that mixy shit, bro. That's mixy behavior.
Jay-Z,
Look at all
Jack
that shit,
Harlow,
Yo, got
Yeah.
Jack there.
I
You
don't
get to meet
care.
Jack for the first time.
Tobias,
Yeah.
Tobias.
Why the fuck is
So you don't
Tobias
care
there,
Jack
bro?
Harlow there, bro.
It be
I
the
don't know
most
who this
random
is.
niggas there.
French Mon- Look, you got Fab in the building.
I fuck with Fab.
The late Warder gonna be best wishes, best wishes. Nice to see you. Nice to meet you.
I don't know
Oh my
any
God.
of them,
You
bro.
glorious goddess. You don't have to.
I don't know any of them.
Look, James
This nigga.
Corden in the building. The CEO of Activision. You like video games?
How do you know that nigga? How do you know his name?
I saw Dextero tweeted that. That's the only reason I know that. You're
That's
beautiful.
crazy,
I love you.
hilarious.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Who
Warder
that
going
black
crazy.
girl, though?
K Hart going crazy.
Exactly.
Joey
Hey, Kevin
Burrow in
Hart
the
be-
building. Dixie D'Amelio in the building.
Why is Joe Burrow there? What's
don't
KD
have
in the
to be
building.
that
Look at Maul from Rory and Maul.
Is that Maul for real?
No, that's not Maul.
I was gonna
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. They gotta invite me. My white fit to be better than most of these niggas.
I don't know who
fits.
that is, but he looked like he important.
All
Jay-Z,
they white
Beyonce
fits
in the
weak.
building.
They got
Tom
some
Brady.
weak
Look,
ass
Michael,
white
they got Michael Strahan in the building.
That nigga
Little
Brady
baby,
sucks,
come
bro.
on, little baby in the building. You know I got Joel Embiid and Mbappe. Come on, man. Lori
Nah,
Harvey in the
Mbappe's
building.
There, they get into that money.
They all
Fuck it,
drink
Mbappe
blood.
there.
TikTok,
Gay sex.
TikTokers in the building. TikTok in the
At the end
building.
of the
Leonardo DiCaprio in the building, man. Come on.
That nigga Kevin Hart.
Ben Affleck.
Nah,
Look at this.
I definitely would
Jennifer
not go there.
Gardner.
I
She
know.
look just like her mama, boy.
That's what they were saying. Yeah.
You know,
does.
Khaled. Look at Mo Bamba. Is that Mo Bamba? What's his name?
That's Boy.
Why the fuck is Mo Bamba?
That's not Bo
there?
Ball. That's Mo Bamba.
That's Mo Bamba. That's Mo Bamba.
That's it, Boy.
Little
I
Dirk
definitely
in the
would not go to
building.
this. If Mo Bamba's there, I'm definitely not going.
Oh yeah, Odell Beckham there. They definitely having a bunch of
I
orgy
don't give
gay
a
sex
fuck,
there.
Bro. I go to that party, nigga. What this shit? Y'all don't need to go there. I can just
Nah,
imagine the
that one's
nastiness that goes on, bro. I'm
Yeah,
dead.
I know they have an
Migos
orgy.
in the building.
They replaced Takeoff.
I'm
You
dead.
childish. This shit going
Was that
fast.
Batista?
What the fuck? Then they got
Yeah,
the.
man.
Then it's the nighttime. That was party time for. Look, man, come on, man.
And that's where all this shit happens. Yeah, fuck
Nah,
that. I'm good, bro.
Tiffany
Somebody got
Haddish in the
raped there.
building.
She not funny at all. I'm good.
They got the kids in the basement.
I don't know who that
That's
is
on
singing.
Epstein. That's on
That's
Epstein
Neil, that's
Island.
Neil.
Little
Usher
known
in the
fact.
building.
Little known fact. That's on Epstein Island.
We got Usher in the building, man. Come on, y'all niggas going.
I'm not going, bro.
Justin Bieber in the bit, man. Is it the who's?
There we go. It's
Is
getting started.
that like a Biden?
Who that? Look at that. How he see? Look, this is nigga. He only nigga almost died.
Oh, look at that.
Who is that?
That's DeMar
Oh, is that
Hamlin.
Hamlin?
D-Fran.
That's DeMar Hamlin?
I stopped that on purpose.
Look where you
To
gonna
show
be
who-
at, D-Fran. You gonna be
He a
with
blood.
Nah,
He
you
a
gonna
blood.
be on his eye.
He a blood. Bloods do that all the
Okay.
time. What you talking
That
about?
nigga
He a
said
blood.
he a
Okay.
blood. This nigga is
Okay.
a fool, bro. This
You,
nigga.
you
21
gonna be at the
Savage in the
Illuminati
building.
meeting, boy.
I don't know
That's
who
the
that is.
Illuminati meeting right there in
Drewski,
our
nigga. I'll be
face.
chilling with Drewski, nigga. Y'all crazy.
Fat
I'm here
nigga, the
with
fat
Drewski.
nigga section.
Coyle Ray,
Shit.
you know Coy in the building. Bryce gonna be in the building. Coyle Ray in the building. Bryce right there
Boy,
with him.
she not on my level. She talking to Trippie Red. Respectfully, Coyle Ray. I'm so disappointed.
Hey, the friend, don't drop the soap when you at the party.
Travis got, you know, Ward gonna be Travis. Got to do a hook. Travis.
He gonna be over there banging on the desk with him.
He gonna be right there. This gonna be Wardy right here.
Bro, if I'm making 100 M's, I don't have to go there. Clearly,
Nah,
clearly I don't have to
you
go
ain't there yet. You only like at a million.
You ain't that famous. I ain't say nigga that you be like
Okay,
ultra
then,
famous.
You at like
You're not
500K.
doing it.
You like it. You on your first mixtape that pop, but you ain't there yet.
Nigga, I'm not. I don't care if Kelly Rowland's there. I'm not going.
You capping.
I'm not going.
At least I ain't no lying ass nigga. I ain't gonna lie.
I am not.
I'ma be
I don't
there.
need to go to that. That's once a year. I'm not going to that. I could just go next year.
Look at that. Like, look at that. Look, I go next year. See, he full of shit.
No, I'm playing. I ain't going to that shit. Nah, that shit. They probably get freaky at nighttime. I'm good, bro. I'm good off that. If I'm rich and famous, I don't need to go to that. I'm good.
Different.
See me at a basketball game or some shit. See me at a basketball game.
I'll report back. I'll let y'all know how it go.
You ain't gonna tell us. You're gonna be initiated. You can't tell us.
Exactly, nigga. They gonna take your
Hey,
phone.
well, fuck it. I'm initiated. I don't know when you say initiated, what that mean. What I gotta
Bryce,
do?
beware this nigga, man. Beware.
You'll be
this
Evan.
nigga,
It's
man.
gonna the little kid sex gonna be so.
I see that you at the whole nother level, nigga. You at the
Yeah, that's
whole
a
nother
conspiracy
level.
theory, Bryce. Don't talk about that. It don't even matter, man.
I think all them niggas nasty. I ain't gonna lie. I really
They
think
are
that was
all
the.
nasty.
I think
So you
that
think
was the,
you think Kevin Hart fuck kids?
you should have seen one of his weird stand-ups recently.
It won't surprise me.
So you
Yeah,
think
you want-
so?
you want
So
me to-
everybody there. You think
Even
Joel
K-Ray
Embiid
felt
fuck
like it was
kids?
weird.
You think James Harden fuck kids? You think Lil Baby fuck kids?
Oh,
Lil
I ain't
Durk
say all.
fuck
I said
kids?
on the way. They got to see this.
You
the
saying
thing.
something very
It's-
specific too.
See, it's on the way. See, that's when you start getting to like elite-ish level. That's like
The
you can
big
become
money,
a
yeah,
president. You can be like Jay-Z level. You could be like you can start owning shit.
Yeah, like
When you do gay
See,
sex,
this,
it's like
this is a
gay-
conspiracy theory they
See-
dropped off in the black community to keep niggas from wanting to be successful.
Conspiracy
no. It's not
theory,
about
bro.
success.
Oh my
It's about
God.
Hollywood success and fame success. This is a different type of success. There's plenty of beautiful ways to be successful. I'm talking about Hollywood elitist success.
The
I think
Hollywood way,
the gay sex shit, that's like the original
door.
ritual to help you get through the door. It's like you may be in your first movie after some shit like that, or something like that, or even with the dresses and shit. I feel like it's to help you get to a certain level.
That's
but
the most
then
apparent.
it's
I
like
really
the-
hope Bryce make it. And nigga like, hey bro, I want you to come to set and be in this movie. And they just give him a script. He just be in the movie. He be like, oh, I didn't have to fuck nobody. And they just say, here's a movie.
Well,
Come
it's
be in the
called
movie.
reading the script before. What you talking about?
What that mean?
What are we talking about? If you read the script before, you know ain't nobody getting fucked.
The
Oh, you
friends
talking
trying
about
to get you
behind the
initiated,
scenes.
bro.
I'm talking about
Trying
nigga
to
to
get
say,
you
hey, I want you to be in this. Hey, I listen to your podcast. Y'all niggas dope. Like how we saw like the Back on Fig niggas, they put them in a movie. Like they didn't have a big role in the movie, but they
It's
put them in
one
niggas that know
movie.
somebody.
You might
So, okay,
get a
so
movie.
it's multiple. So it's multiple
You
movies.
might get
That's
a
when you start
movie or
fucking
two because you got a little Twitter popular. You got a little like the dude from the dude that was on Snowfall. He had a little YouTube following and stuff like that. I'm sure he had been working and stuff. Don't get it twisted. But yeah, you can come across the movie.
Yeah, you could work.
You
your way
want to
up
get to that. You want to get to Franklin level.
Yeah, nah.
Don't have to be some butt fucking.
Open them cheeks.
So he
boy.
got fucked. To be frank.
Yeah, that's why they shipped them niggas to P Diddy house.
That's crazy. He's there for a reason.
gonna lie.
P Diddy was looking at boys
That's
up
a
and
conspiracy theory,
down.
bro. You can't say that, bro. It's a conspiracy theory. Like, how
P
y'all
Diddy
niggas
was looking
believe
at
that?
up and down.
Y'all niggas are crazy, man. Like, that's hearsay. Look at that.
Let me
Look at the context clues.
Wardu's
bro.
not a. Never mind.
Talk about Uzi's album. That shit was ass. I'm not gonna lie. That was an L. That was an L on my part too. I said 225. That shit predicted to do like 165.
It's like it's a typical thing with you.
It's a typical thing. Not really. I'll take
It's like
this L. That shit was ass.
you're the Americanized Nigerian. The Nigerian, the people that straight over there, they would have had it on
Look,
point. You don't be having it on
different.
point. You the
I do.
you the
What are you
American
talking about?
Nigerian.
What
I
are you
want
talking
to share
You be
my
wrong a lot.
Not really.
You're American Nigerian. Hey, don't put that on Americans. Or fucking
What happened to the
American.
unity, Dufresne? What happened to the unity? Huh?
Who said anything about unity?
This is why I say fuck integration. Anyways, it's projected to do 165K now. That was an L. I projected it to do 225K. The album itself, I'm not gonna lie, after like the first 8 to 9 songs, I was like, bro, this shit's not for me, bro.
Oh yeah, I
ain't
forgot
gonna
when
lie.
you famous, you can't mention the word pizza. I forgot you did tell me that.
You ready?
When you're famous. What?
Just tell me
I
if
forgot-
this ain't got no.
I forgot you told me you
undertones.
can't even mention pizza when you famous. Let me
Well,
let me
listen to
make.
that.
I need to mark that off just in case I ever do become famous. Like, if I'm gonna be Bryce's friend, he knows me for years. I'm gonna say I'm on a podcast. Damn, I had some really good pizza last night. Pedophile! Like, okay, I want to say pizza. Let me scratch that off the fucking list of things you can't say.
Hey man, judge for yourself.
One lady, Seinfeld came walking out. He was like, "No man." At the end of the dinner party, Seinfeld came walking out. He was like, "Nobody go anywhere. You guys are in for a treat tonight. We're gonna have some brick oven pizza." Everybody went crazy in the party. What?
Brick means
Oh
like
my
hard
God,
dick.
brick oven pizza.
What the hell?
One lady was like, "How many cheeses, Jerry?" Jerry was like, 7 different cheeses, 7 different cheeses. People went crazy.
That's
By the way,
nasty.
all these people were white. These are all fucking white people. They start chanting, bop, 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 bop.
Pizza, huh?
The fuck is bop, man? Bop, bop, bop.
Bopper,
What the
man.
fuck is bop?
Bye for
White
me.
woman leaned over the table. She was like, "It's short for brick oven pizza." I'm like, "Oh shit. Oh shit.
That nigga came up with that shit on the fly.
Oh,
That's
okay,
crazy.
I get it."
The checkerboard in the
had some Italian men
background.
walk out. They had pizza-like garb on. They start passing out the pizza, saying Italian shit. John. I don't know Italian. John. It just dawned on me, actually, as I told that joke. What I'm doing is racist right now. I apologize. John.
So funny.
People were eating the fucking pizza, going crazy. Oh my God, I taste the cheeses, Jerry. I taste the cheeses.
Yeah, because that's what happens when people eat pizza.
The way he
They're
was
just
saying
craving the pizza
cheeses
so
My
much.
shit.
pizza. I took a bite. I couldn't fucking believe it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Best pizza I've ever had in my life. Best fucking pizza I've ever had. Had some type of lettuce on it. I've never tasted this shit.
This
Some white
nigga's
baby's got some type of lettuce on it.
How does
Some
pizza have
white
lettuce?
baby's got- Some white baby's got some type of lettuce on it. Wait till you taste the lettuce. This white woman, she leaned over again. She was like, "It's arugula." What? It's arugula. Oh shit. I took another bite. I got caught up. Bop, bop, bop. Bop, bop. What an amazing night. It's a fucking amazing night, start to finish, man.
That wasn't even that funny for it to be like a segment for real.
It's the-
Like even if that was about pizza for real, like that wasn't even that funny.
Facts.
There was like lettuce on it. Like who puts lettuce on pizza? Bro?
To me, I feel like that's one of them. We tell people what we're doing, but we tell it in code. I just think that's what it is, and because like what Wardu said, like out of all the bits that Kevin Hart had, that's funny, all these type of things. Like what is this? What is this joke? Where is it going? Didn't end well. It was an amazing night. Punchline wasn't there. It's like he wanted to tell a story. What was the purpose of a pizza story? Like it's stupid, right?
Yeah.
Going into cheeses and shit, stupid. In my eyes, it's stupid. And then my just me being a real nigga, I've eaten a lot of amazing pizzas. Just brick oven, all type of shit.
No. We
Oh shit!
We
I didn't even
fucking
realize
got
what he said.
nope. Got him.
I just
Got
caught on.
Got him. Nope.
I caught on
Nope.
super late,
Nope.
bro.
It's confirmed. It's confirmed.
Yo,
It's confirmed.
busted.
It's confirmed. Busted. Nope. Don't say nothing else.
Oh
We got you.
shit!
We got
Pizza
you.
lover, man.
He just had the same pizza Kevin. He just had brick oven pizza. He had the same pizza Kevin Hart just had.
right into that one.
He had the same one Kevin Hart
bullshit.
had.
with the crust in it.
Touche.
The cheese in the crust.
Touche.
nigga.
But my point is like I've had a bunch of good been to a bunch of good pizza places. Pause.
Ooh. Woo.
Pause. Pause.
You ain't even famous
pizza
yet.
place?
You ain't even
This
famous
sounds
yet.
nasty.
You
I'm not
gonna
gonna
go
lie.
crazy when you
Not
turn
even
famous.
This shit
If
sounds
you get
nasty.
famous, you gonna go crazy.
Shit sounds nasty. I ain't gonna lie to
You
you.
gonna go crazy when you turn famous.
But for
Keep
someone
going.
as famous as Kevin Hart, bro, stop it, bro. Like you've
Yeah,
had all
like-
type of different good pizzas. Stop gassing this nigga pizza like it's something really worth talking about. It's clearly cold for some other shit. If I'm being
Mhm.
honest, and
Yeah.
I'm like, let's be real. I am one of the biggest Kevin Hart fans of all time. Like thoroughly, I ain't never had no hate towards him or nothing. I'm being genuine when I say, like, I really feel like a lot of these niggas be tied into some nasty shit. Drake painting his fingernails and shit. These niggas be on some weird shit, bro. Little baby,
He's being experimental, bro. He's being
Lil Baby.
experimental, man.
but Baby and Lil Wayne kissing each other, that was always weird. It was always other shit outside of that people talked about. There's always been some shit that people talked about in hip hop. We just, you know, it's a barbershop talk from time to time, or it's a talk with your homeboys, but we can't ever prove it, so it just go by the wayside. But bro, every day these niggas proving me to be weird, bro. Even my favorite rapper, I'm being honest with you.
I'm not gonna lie. There was
weird.
this video of Bieber and Trey Songz in the club, and it looked like Bieber was giving Trey Songz like Gok 4,000. I go lie.
I would
This was in the
believe it.
middle of the club.
I would believe them niggas fluid, bro. I believe it.
Trey Songz is a nasty man as it is, so I ain't surprising to me.
I think they be sexual deviants, man. I really do.
DeFran, what do you
A
think?
part of it. He already said he agreed to it. He already talked about this earlier. He just said he don't think everybody at this point.
Like I just like
He
when I hear
don't think
certain shit, it's like,
anybody, not everybody. He don't think anybody, bro.
see, he just make up shit. He just say shit. It don't make no
How
sense.
is that making up shit, bro? You haven't said anything, bro.
Because he said it earlier. I asked him about the gay coast stuff.
I'm sure they do shit like that. But like when it comes to like a nigga make the pizza, like that just isn't a strong enough bomb. You're like, because Bryce just went through he had 1 million pizzas just now. Bryce went to 1 million great pizza places. So because Bryce ain't famous, he ain't doing the ritual shit.
I mean that, but it's the going to somebody's house, talking about it being a party. It's all those subtle tones of where people talk about Hollywood have these weird things. You act like, and when you talk about what's to do with Seinfeld, if you talk about how high Seinfeld is ranked in Hollywood or
he's
in
very
elitist,
high,
he's like a gatekeeper. So being invited to one of his houses is like an honor. So if you going to his house, who knows what type of, that's why like when how people on the outside or people that be like, you know, in these type of worlds think, like as far as conspiracy theories, that's where you'll put like one of them type of dudes, or it's plenty of people. That's Kim Kardashian. You go to her house, she's a gatekeeper. Like who knows what's going on in her parties or anything, but shit. Trey Songz about to get a foursome. I mean, not Trey Songz. Tory Lanez might get a foursome shit. So they be on some wild shit, man.
That Trey Songz documentary finna hit. I ain't gonna lie, that shit finna hit.
The P Diddy go. Oh, let's talk about them P Diddy things about how he said he used to play with Usher. I think it was. Usher used to sleep on my couch.
And that came out a while ago too.
Like these niggas be like.
Yeah, P Diddy got like a whole compilation.
R. Kelly and Aaliyah. Like we be seeing this, bro. It's Tiger and Kylie. We be seeing this shit. They be okay with doing that shit. They be okay with pushing them lines. And it's supposed to be hip hop people. It's supposed to be rap. This supposed to be black people.
Even in general, they trying to normalize that shit in society. They trying to call like that whole that pedophilia shit like they're trying to call like the minor attracted person, just something like that. I think I saw on the news they were trying to change the definition of what it is. Like I think it's in California. It's Cali shit they trying to do. But it's crazy, man.
And, bro, even me just thinking about this whole concept, like the process of Hollywood is selling your kids to, like, if like when you, especially when it's like the kid shit, you selling your kids to these people. Like, what was it? Bow Wow telling a story, like his mama shipped him off to somebody else to go live with. Like, he just so happened to be in a good environment and situation. Well, supposedly we don't know how great that environment was as far as raising a kid, but he made it okay. But these people be shipping their kids off to different agencies to live with people. They don't fucking know what's going on with their kids. Like this should be on some weird like when you really think about it, like just the concept of Hollywood. Like,
yeah, the Holly tree, bro.
Like, not even that deep, just like you signing up, like especially from a young age, even like yourself, like an adult, like you signing up to go give yourself away, bro. And then you be away from your family. Like when people leave, when people go to Hollywood, they leave from their family, they leave from people they know. Like they just go out there, bro, and just be on their own, bro. Like a lot of that shit leads to how they could be so nasty and get away with that, bro, for so long. Like when you really think about it, because it's like even with the R. Kelly, Aaliyah shit, it's like that shit's it's the same shit that happened to Disney kids all the time. It's just It made me think. You know what it made me think of? It's like the Baby Grunk shit, but we don't look at it like that because it's like it's kind of done in a like professional way. Like Disney has been around for the longest. It's a respected brand, but a lot of people like will try to figure out. I want my kid to be successful at 5, and I'm gonna do whatever it takes. Like it could get weird like the Baby Grunk shit.
Yeah. What y'all think about this Uzi shit though?
Yeah,
I don't really have no thoughts on it. It's here today, gone tomorrow.
For a fact, I will say it does have some vibes on it. Like some people were shitting on it. Like I wouldn't really for the rock shit. But some stuff had vibes. But he's like an alternative rapper, bro. He's not like a real rapper. So it's not. You can't judge him off that lane.
It sounded like a karaoke album to me.
Yeah,
you shouldn't have did 25 songs. Like, there's too many records. I get it, streaming, but like you don't need that.
He talking about dropping
much.
Another album too.
Yeah, I don't need. Maybe like I said, his fans, people that love him, they like that shit. But I'm not like when they say Uzi dropped, I'm like Uzi. Like, I'm not like super excited.
I was before this drop, but now that he dropped this pack of shit, like niggas want to boost it. Like, oh, it was the first number 1 hip hop album of the year. Yeah, no, because no one really fucking dropped. Like, hello. Like obviously he's gonna be number 1. Like no one really dropped for real that we know could get number 1 over Morgan Wallen and shit. But yeah, he's projected to do 165K. The shit just sounded like a karaoke album. It literally sounded like a mixtape. You want to call it a pink tape? It sounded like a mixtape because you're sampling the WWE shit. You're sampling all
that
of
shit was trash.
Like, bro, it's a karaoke album. Like,
especially as a rap album, it was trash. But you can't. I don't think you could judge him as a rapper at this point. He's just a dude that sometimes raps. He's like a Doja Cat at this point.
Because Doja Cat's crazy though.
He can rap. He's capable of rapping. And I've heard recently I heard a Doja Cat rap. I was like, I feel that. There's some bars. So I get somebody that can rap, but they not necessarily a rapper. Like versus Drake is like he is a rapper and he can do other shit. Like that's what we used to think kind of Uzi was. Is like, oh, he is a rapper, but he kind of can be experimental. Like it just seems to be the other way around now.
I think the biggest problem with him is his music doesn't really seem to age. Like it doesn't like his music, his subject matter doesn't seem to like evolve.
Shit.
Yeah, like when we think of like the greatest Uzi songs, it's all the songs from like 2016 and 2017 and 2018.
And that's one thing with his sound, with his bars and shit and what he rap about, he's not rapping about nothing. So if you're not creating hits, it's like what the fuck are we here for 24 songs?
Yeah,
like for real. Because you're not talking about shit.
I think that's a good point. Album so he could just like perform.
That's a good point. Because it's like, what am I sitting here for? Like, what's the point? Like,
like
all right, this song sounded like a vibe at first. This song sounded cool, but now it's just like, okay, what the fuck am I? Like, what am I doing here?
Yeah, it's like he like to hear his own stuff make sounds or some shit at this point. Like I noticed with him, Lil Baby, Kodaks, even 21.
Whoa.
Yes, we're comparing them. Yes, we are. We are doing
to my era rappers. I can't compare these to all other rappers. Our era rappers, when they came out with a new project, they came up with a concept and a sound. Even with like Big Sean, he came with the Dark Sky Paradise. It was a sound. It was a theme around the album. These dudes don't really do a good job of that. Like it's just, hey, this is a new collection of me sounding the same this year. It's like Madden 23, then Madden 24. It's just like it's a new cover. It's a new year, so here's the updated new shit. But it's like it wasn't a concept behind why they create this new shit. Like same with Coi Leray. I was looking for her to be a little bit better, and she took a big step back on this new album. The last album was this new album was ass, just ass. Like I ain't even hear one song I fuck with.
I don't really think it's that. I think it's just the quality of the music isn't as good. Because like even with last year, like with Future's album, I don't think there was necessarily like a concept, but some of the greatest songs of that year came out on that album. And even with Gunna shit.
I mean, I think the concept of honestly, I never liked you. It was there to a degree. A lot of the songs I love, like the song that's right after Wait for You and Wait for You, like it to a degree.
Yeah, the songs are good, but like the title of the album doesn't necessarily mean that it's like
Wait for You. Then I forget the other Love
I
You
mean,
Better.
the title of the
like,
album, not the songs.
So the title is not necessarily what you're looking for. It's like the feeling that you get from the title. It's like emotional, like honestly, I never liked you. It's like break up and shit like that. So when you listen to the album, you get a little bit of that. So I obviously I'm not listening to Future for the greatest concept. He made good music. I agree with that. It is a mix of quality of music, 100%. I can't argue that. But I think you do miss being able to be more creative because it's like imagine Lil Baby on some more elevated type of sounds, not too Lil Uzi, maybe not too much Travis Scott, but trying to do a little bit different, or maybe trying to come out of that sound a little bit. Like same with the Baby and some of these dudes. Like when you come up with an album, at least have like a theme around the album that people can kind of gravitate to, and I think that's like missing, bro. I don't know if I'm crazy. Like even with KOD, it's like it wasn't that the songs necessarily match. I mean, of course the songs match the theme, but it's like it still was like the overall thing people could grasp to versus just like My Turn, like or not. What's the new shit that he had? Not My Turn. What was the new shit for Lil Baby?
It's Only Me.
It's Only Me. It's like it's a creative title, but it's like what else is there behind it? Like what's the art behind this album? Like what's the like feeling like? And I really think if you're gonna be on that next level and really have them type of albums, you got to be able to do shit like that. Like, I think that really affects a project and how much it lasts and how much people like it. Like because like you're a good rapper, but at some like even with Drake, if he was to keep making Thank Me Later 20 albums, it's like all right, bro. Even Drake, each album, he's like, I gotta come up with a new way and invent myself, or to some degree. And even J. Cole, even Kendrick to an excessive degree. Like Kendrick overdone it. But even though we could see, you can still acknowledge he's done it. So like I said, Big Sean, I've seen it in his shit as well. So I don't know. I think that's what these dudes missing for real. Especially with this little Uzi shit, because it's like this is just the new rendition of the last 5 Uzi albums. And then add some rock.
And that's the sad part, because I feel like some of the songs that he's dropped since Eternal Take have been, I mean, I would kind of wanted those type of songs on this shit, or probably if I was going to add those songs onto this to add to the streams and shit, because that's kind of what I thought Lil Baby was going to do to a certain extent with all the singles he dropped after My Turn. And he dropped that bullshit known as it's all me, whatever the fuck. But yeah, like I think this album's just a karaoke album. It's giving mixtape. It sounds like a fucking mixtape.
It does. It sounds like a Lil Wayne rock album. Like hope my main fans don't take this serious. This is like I'm just doing this on the side. Like it's like a B-side a side mission album.
Well, he did like a whole rollout. He had like the video and shit, had that whole like the cinematic ass shit. He made it seem like it was like an album, but this shit, like
Wayne did that too with his rock album. He had I forget the name of that song when he was in the classroom, but he had a big solo video, single video on all that. Was it Prom Queen? Was it? I think it was Prom Queen.
It might have been Prom Queen.
I forget, but
Prom Queen.
The thing with Lil Wayne is like, even his fans was probably mad at that. I know I probably was mad at that back in the day. He still had built the legacy already at that point before he started doing B-side shit. He had some classics under his belt.
He was on just doing alternate missions at that point. He was just like, all right, I completed the game. Now I'm just doing the fuck I want to do. Yeah, it's just like
y'all Drake now, so let me do this rock shit.
it's here today, gone. It's here today, gone tomorrow. Shit. That's all.
Sadly. I wish it
Which
did.
is
probably
probably
gonna
what
be
it's
end up
probably
being
gonna be the
like
same thing when Utopia drops. I'm like, all right, this is what the fuck we been waiting on. Some bullshit.
No, I think from the leaks that I've heard from Utopia, it sounds like he's trying to be, because I think he's heard the criticism about him not being as good of like a rapper as like a lot of the other top rappers in the game. So I think he's kind of trying to go more on like the rapping lyrical side with more of like a
I would love
concept
that.
to it.
But
I need that too. I want lyrical Travis because I like he needs that one album to be like that next album to be like, you know, I could like definitely still like, you know what I'm saying, put him up there as far as like the greatest rap artist and shit. I mean, he's already up there for me. Like, you know.
Now, honestly, even with the argument I just brought into it, he's a good job of creating themes around his albums.
Yeah,
Like,
every album he has a theme around.
He has good
That's
art and concepts behind his albums, and obviously the production there. Like, so
it's always gonna be there. Yeah, it's always gonna be there.
I got high hopes for him. I really do. I consider him a top tier. Like,
Yeah,
I
we're not
ain't gonna lie,
comparing
bro.
Uzi to Travis. Like, yeah, we're not doing that. Like,
My music opinion have like the last like 2 years have shifted since we've done these verses, done all these different things. Like, I gotta respect somebody like a Travis. Like,
yeah.
I really do. 4 or 5 albums at this point in, consistent, good music. Thoroughly
Classic
on all them
album.
albums, good music.
2018 classic year. He had one of the greatest albums that year. Top 10 streamed album to this day. Come on, man.
Yeah, and I've never been the biggest Travis fan. So.
I've always liked Travis since 2014, 2013.
Okay, get off his dick. Anyways, I'm tired, nigga. I'm going to bed. Appreciate y'all for watching. Appreciate y'all for listening. Subscribe to not subscribed already. Whether you watch the replay, watching whatever, you can also go to SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, search up Absolute Sure Podcast, listen to the full thing there. Like, it's late over here. It's already 12, so I'm going. I'm out. Y'all got any last words?
Hey man, it's been fun. Y'all stay tuned.
Fuck integration.
All right, we out.